Aloha shirts, Hawaiiana, Don the Beachcomber, frozen stuff, frozen slushy icky stuff. Nah.
Well, you know, here's the irony. As soon as I decide to do a freezing happy hour theme, it's 52 degrees here. And the snow's all melting, so.
And well,
whatever.
Emphasis on the transitive verb.
Oh, good. All right. People are
showing. We're not there yet.
Joan, good to see you.
Hey,
Lorice,
hello.
Hi,
Peter.
Peter, hi.
John.
Marie, hello.
Somebody named
Mom,
Linda.
hi. And John, did Paul tell you we're going to make the walnut liqueur?
Hello. Glad you showed
tonight.
up. Sorry, I was
The
crushing
first
ice.
part of it.
Oh.
The first part. It's actually a 2-part process,
Yeah.
but we're going to do part 1 here tonight.
Some aging
Hi,
involved.
Jennifer. Hey. I know it was 60 degrees, right? Lorice? It was,
Baby.
I went out to go to the store and I'm broiling in my coat. So anyway, whatever. But
I'm going to hesitate to actually start calling that warm. Inside the car, I bet it was actually kind of nice.
It was
greenhouse.
broiling in the car.
But outside, you know, it's...
And I'm not complaining.
There are more degrees than there were. But I did step out for a second to get rid of some more snow and said, you know, I can really sort of taste spring happening.
I'm happy to
Not
see
happening.
some snow disappear.
Yeah, please. You know, I will still say, any plants want to come up, you want to hang out for a few minutes. You know, give it some weeks and then maybe we'll see what's what.
Yep, we're live on my personal timeline too.
So hello, if you're here.
I don't know why that is, but anyway.
And anyway,
we're here.
We will catch you wherever you are on one of these places because.
Yay! Okay, good. All right.
So
let me see if we're live on YouTube yet.
Simple fact.
We are.
Yeah, excellent.
2 people watching on YouTube. Hello to both of you.
Simple fact is that we have plenty of snowflakes in the forecast coming up, and I think, brother, you know.
Today's the kind of day that makes you think that spring will actually be here eventually.
Will occur.
Eventually.
You know, by the official day, there's no official day of spring. You know, the first day you get out there and you're like, gee, this is kind of warm.
Hi, Lisa and Errol.
Not going to freeze again.
And Julie, I'll take an early spring, right?
That's your spring. You know?
Oh,
wow.
The kitchen was so hot. Oh my gosh. Oh no.
I hear that.
Yeah.
Extra layer on top there. It's like, you know, the funny thing is this looks very ventilated, but in the bright sun, it's like, wow, this really captures the heat.
Hi, Aaron.
So I still need a little fan in the back of this guy. I almost put on the wool.
Hello, Wesley. Good to see you.
This is all about, like, you know, frozen stuff. And then I thought, oh, that's going to be very hot. So,
hi, Keith. Good to see you.
Hello.
Aww.
Hello.
And William Charles. Hello. Down in Georgia, if we see a snowflake, we go to school and get out the kids. I love it.
Oh, baby.
Oh, my gosh. Right on the way home, I know.
You know, that's so true.
Hi, Chaz.
Gag in New England.
Oh my gosh, happy Abe Vigoda's birthday. I love that. Thank you.
Gag in New England in these states
hilarious.
Is that everyone has to be making French toast because they're buying bread, eggs, and milk.
Yep.
You know? It's an old gag. I didn't make it up. It's rather tired and everything like that. But the fact is, it's still true. This is the cliche that is 100% true. What's with all the bread, eggs, and milk? I mean, we like to have eggs around because... bread, maybe.
If I see a storm coming, I go buy limes and beer at
limes,
the supermarket.
beer, and shredded cheese.
And I go to the liquor store and buy stock up
necessities.
there. You know?
Brandy, gin,
exactly.
rum. I mean, what else do we need there?
French toast.
Yeah, like limes. You need limes, fresh limes, lots of fresh limes.
Exactly.
And then you get the bottle of lime too, in case you run out. So these are the
That's
things.
right.
These are the things that you have to prepare for. Anyway, so we're still talking about frozen things, and I was just crushing some ice.
Frozen things.
And I think our ice crusher just died to death. I'm gonna have to look into that.
Oh, man.
I hate that. It's a really cool thing. But even if something conks out, if it's the motor, you replace the motor.
Gotta find Doug.
That's it. Gotta find Doug.
Doug, if you're here, the snowflake just died.
If the motor dies, you replace the motor. If the belt snaps, you replace the belt.
Yeah.
You know, if it comes loose and it's making a lot of noise, you tighten up the screws. That's it. You know, not that hard.
Yeah. We paid at least $1.
At least $1 for that, you know. It's a vintage device. It's a really great looking thing. It was making a hellacious racket, which
it was.
Really means to me that there's probably a little rusted up in there, and it just needs a shot of, you know, the silicone spray, and everything will be fine. I know there's a joke in there somewhere.
Fingers
Not
crossed.
making it, but you know.
Hi, Jamie.
Fingers crossed, because I don't want to try to find the motor that goes in there, but I bet it's a standard part.
Oh my gosh.
It's not a big deal.
No.
Not a big deal. And when I fixed the fridge out there at one point, that was just like a thermostat. So Anyway.
I mean, I'm glad you can fix these things, but there are certain appliances I would just let die.
Oh, yeah.
To be honest with you.
Oh, yeah. Our old fridge, it was time for that to go when it did. Really could have gone a lot sooner. The stove, we were thinking to replace. Not tomorrow, please. We'd like the stove to last.
Oh, I want one of those Elmira Stoveworks.
Really cool looking
turquoise
vintage, nice item, you know.
Ranges when it's time to replace.
There are some really cool vintagey things out there, and those are coming in at a pretty nice price, as I recall. So that's good.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
And I would like to purchase them.
I would like to purchase
at a nice price.
That's a nice price. And if there's a nicer price, hey, that's great too. You know.
I think it's time to make a drink.
I think so too. What's on your plate right now?
Okay, well,
you want to scare something up?
I bought ingredients today, so I want to make something for which. We got to make. Now we got to make the one with falernum because I went and bought it.
You bought the falernum. As a matter of fact, here's a falernum, and I was smart enough to remember the knife, so we can open the falernum.
All right, this is
without undo because this is kind of
these are blender drinks that aren't like
zip strip.
They're not the kind you would get on Bourbon Street. I'll just put it that way.
It's not a hand grenade.
Yeah.
Not that kind of a thing.
So I have got
more refined.
Hawaii Tropical Rum Drinks and Cuisine by Don the Beachcomber here this evening. And I think you were going to do a Trader Vic's drink too, right?
I was very much intending to do so.
Okay, good.
We've got all the parts. Oh boy. Okay. Definitely need a jar opener for that one.
I was going to say, maybe put the knife away.
I do not have the tool on here that does that trick. So, be right back.
All right. Well, in the meantime, I can start prepping the other ingredients. This calls for 3/4 of an ounce fresh lime juice. And I just realized I'm not making this in a shaker glass. So I need to use my jigger thingy. So I haven't put the ice in yet, but 3/4 of an ounce fresh lime juice. And what else? 1/2 ounce Cointreau. Well, I don't have Cointreau. I have Grand Marnier.
Marnier is an excellent.
So we'll make do with Grand Marnier.
Yes, we'll make do with Marnier.
All right, 1/2 ounce of that. I've never had this one before, I don't think. So we'll all see together.
What's the name of it?
This is Vicious Virgin.
The Vicious Virgin. Oh, yeah.
I don't recall having it. Okay, and what else? Oh, 1/4 ounce falernum. That's what he's opening.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Hopefully opening.
It's been sitting on the shelf for a while.
1/2 ounce Puerto Rican dark rum. We are going to substitute. What are we substituting?
You're thinking about one of these. You know what? I would go with you were... there you go. Emerald.
I thought...
From Michigan.
No, it's not dark enough.
Well, we don't have anything this...
I thought we had the Demerara.
No, we're out of that.
Oh, we are? Okay. Well, then you know what?
Dark it is.
This is already going to taste different from the recipe, but I'm going to go with Myers's Dark Jamaican Rum. Again, we'll muddle through with the Dark Jamaican Rum instead of the Dark Puerto Rican Rum. They would not taste the same, but it will still be a really good drink. And 1 ounce Virgin Island rum.
I guess this was not about to leak on us.
Guess not. Okay.
Nice. I like it.
All right. So, okay, 1/4 ounce of that. 1/4 ounce of the falernum. Watch, I drove all the way to Goshen to buy 1/4 ounce of ingredient for this episode.
We were out of this stuff. I've been making it. It's actually pretty easy to make, but it requires 24 hours, which we did not have. So we buy it.
And because we just thought of this today.
It's the Fee Brothers, which I think for a syrup falernum, this is great. There are other brands out there on the market by now, like the Velvet, and that is like something like 40 proof. So it's a bit of a different beast, but that'll work very well as well.
So 1 ounce of my light rum. Okay. All right. Pour into blender. Add a handful of dime-sized cracked ice. Did you measure our ice to make sure it's dime-sized?
I actually have a dime over here, and I was measuring against it. So clearly, we're good.
Oh, I forgot to bring over the coupes, the coupes.
Oh, I get you, Coop.
If you would, that would be great. Thank you.
Do.
Okay. And then, all right, so my ice is in here, correct?
Yes. Ice inside.
Okay.
You should be able to get yourself. You want the scoop? You can do that too.
Yes, I'll use the scoop actually, because otherwise my hands are just going to melt the ice.
True too.
All right. So.
Scoop.
Thank you. I'm running out of places to put things. All right.
Scoop.
That's not dime-sized.
What?
All right, a little bit more.
We need that stuff from Sonic.
Okay.
We should have picked it up.
I know.
Pellet ice.
Yeah, we have friends who go to Sonic to buy pellet ice, which I've never done, but we have a Sonic. I guess we could.
We could do it.
Okay. Yes, I will be putting the lid on before I do this. And it says blend 15 to 20 seconds. Anyone timing this? Actually, I got it on here. Vicious Virgin. Let's see what we think.
Yeah, vicious she is.
It's pretty. I think I'll decorate it with a lime curl because I have one. Let's see. Oh, it's good. Oh, John bought Sonic Pellet Ice. It melts really fast in cocktails. Yeah, I bet. But people swear by it. So, I don't know. Maybe we should go do it.
You got Sonic. Might as well take advantage, right?
Ooh, good. And it makes it extra. All that ice.
All that ice.
Are you coming back?
Will you be back?
He's over there crushing more ice.
We need more ice.
Well, there's still more over here.
I just want to make sure we don't run out in the middle of it. Oh, then I'd have to come back over here and crush more ice.
All right. So, as I said earlier, John gave us a recipe for walnut liqueur. And that also goes into a blender, but we actually have 2 blenders over here. So I think I could start on that while Paul goes to town on that ice.
Woohoo!
I wish you could see this. It's hilarious. But, okay. For the walnut liqueur, we are going to start with 1 bag of walnuts. The recipe called for approximately 5.5 ounces of shelled walnuts. This bag is 6 ounces. I'm just going to use it all because it'll be extra walnutty. So, into the blender with that. And it also calls for a 1/2 cup of, let me make sure it would be really embarrassing if the bottom wasn't all the way in this. A 1/2 cup of water. And a 1/2 cup of brandy. It said inexpensive brandy, quote unquote.
Here's the good stuff.
We only have Applejack, so we're using the good stuff. And it's Applejack, it's not brandy, I know, but Applejack is a type of brandy, so we're going with that. 1/2 cup of that.
If you just infuse it.
No, it'll be really good. It will be high quality.
It's high quality product.
Oops. I started to pour it in the wrong blender.
Whoops.
Ah! Would you bring me a towel, please?
Coming.
I've already messed up the bar. It's so early in the broadcast.
Oh, no.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Maybe some of that spray cleaners.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Thanks.
There you go.
Can't take me
Means
anywhere.
something.
All right.
Well, you can dress her up anyway.
All right.
This is the vicious.
Yeah.
Not a missionary's downfall, but it probably is the same.
We've made the
really.
Missionary's Downfall on this very show, which is
no,
another
no.
Down the Beachcomber drink.
That's a really good thing.
Thanks.
We are aware that the whole idea of having like the frozen show was about making frozen drinks that are not big candy things.
Oh, Lori said they found an ice tray for that. Oh, okay. That's cool. And then it also calls for a half cup of inexpensive vodka. I'm using inexpensive white rum, which
the drink
will
is behind you,
act,
by the way.
thank you, the same.
Mm-hmm. It really will. The products, like, in terms of what they got going for them, are pretty much interchangeable. Obviously, if you take a sip of the vodka versus a sip of the rum, you should be able to tell the difference. Of course, should.
All right, you know what? There, tilted a little bit.
But, you know,
all right.
A very light product that's cut down 80 proof is going to taste like the other one that's cut down 80 proof. So.
And then we are supposed to, it's not on there right. If you wouldn't mind.
I don't mind at all.
All right.
Got to get the seal correct. It's a really kick-ass blender, but you got to get the seal on there.
Oh, okay. John, put down where you got the recipe. Awesome.
Thank you. Very nice. Tighten these guys
I'm going to look
too.
for that, Lori. I'm going to look for that ice tray.
I like this particular blender because it has these little two ports at the top where you could like chuck in ice, or you could, there's a smaller one, or you could just pour things in while you're blending.
So it says blend to roughly chop the walnuts.
Okay. Well,
so don't blend it for long.
You know what I should probably do is pulse it. And I do have.
Yeah, you could just pulse it.
I do have that capability.
Yes,
here.
you do.
We probably just went. Oh, I have a whole chop setting. There we go.
Well, there you go. I think that's probably good. No, he wants to do more.
They look pretty.
They want us to refrigerate
roughly
it.
chopped.
I'm not sure why, but. But I'm going to. I wanted more of my drink.
And there it is.
So I crowded the bar when I really need my jar. Thank you.
This goes away.
So you probably want to
behind me.
Clean that out before you make your drink.
Move some things around, just make space. I'm going to try.
Or I'll clean it out because you keep running around.
I'm going to try this again just because.
So we're going to pour it into our mason jar.
It's a good thing this
and refrigerate overnight.
You think blender drinks? You think very tall, very red, or very blue, and pretty sweet. And this is none of those things. It's a short drink. It is frozen in that we got all this ice in there. It's a very well balanced sour.
It looks horrible.
This looks like a freaking mess.
Looks like.
And we need to get
something. Like a cat coughed up a hairball, but it does.
Looks like cat coughed up more than that. I'm going to take this out and.
But it does.
Take this out and shoot it. No, I'm going to get all the rest of this good nut stuff inside here.
Harvey Walnut Banger.
Yeah.
Jeremy.
Now you're talking.
Easy to make automobiles. Oh. Yeah, Peter, they just call for vodka because of the supposedly neutral flavor. But the flavor on light rum is pretty darn neutral, too. So it will be fine. It will be good. Hi, Dennis. Good to see you. Hey. Okay. I think we're caught up. So anyway, we will transfer that to the refrigerator. Let it sit overnight. And then
there it is, Nocello Part 1.
All right, and then
obviously we could have made a lot more Nocello, but you know what? You got to start with a reasonably sized batch, and you go from there.
It's going to be a lot more because we're putting in a cup and a half of sugar tomorrow.
Oh, okay, so there we go.
Yeah,
that's right. It's in liquor.
Yeah, no, it's not done.
We're nowhere near.
So tomorrow morning we will, well, it says refrigerate overnight. Yeah, so tomorrow morning we will strain the nuts out of it. That sounds really funny. I heard to strain the nuts out of that thing. And then put it on the stovetop with a cup and a half of sugar. And then heat it just until the sugar dissolves. Yeah. No more than that.
It's like making simple syrup. That's all you need to do with that. And check it out. It's interesting. I think, well, right now you've got this inside 80 proof with the nuts. So this is...
But there's also water.
This is like leaching out the essence of the nuts.
It's cut a little bit.
The interesting thing is the nuts, I think, are hardier than that. And when you actually strain them out, they're still edible. I think I'll take the remains and throw it on oatmeal.
Hi, Patrick. Good to see you. And Devin, hello. Yay.
Hoorah.
Jonas is pretty darn neutral is my new mantra. I think that's hilarious. seen beautiful looking things that taste horrible and horrible looking things that taste great. Exactly, right, Lisa? Yeah.
Tell them about making the creme de banane, the banana liqueur.
I missed a comment. Wait, where did it disappeared? Oh, we're making walnut liqueur. So far we blended a bag of walnuts with half a cup of applejack, a half a cup of light rum, and a half a cup of water. And then that sits in the refrigerator overnight. And then we'll strain out the nuts and melt 1.5 cups of sugar in it, and then bottle it, and we'll have walnut liqueur, which I'm excited about because we haven't had it for a long time.
We have not had it.
No. So, okay. I think I'm caught up. Give me 1 second. Are you going to make a drink?
I am, in fact. I'm getting rid of the rest of the...
Okay, so the first one I made was Vicious Virgin from Hawaii Tropical Rum Drinks and Cuisine. It's laid out weird on the cover. By Dawn the Beachcomber. And it had, let me see if I can remember without looking at the recipe. 1/4 ounce of falernum, a 1/2 ounce of triple sec, a 1/2 ounce of dark rum, 1 ounce light rum, something else. I can't remember now. Let me look. All right, I'll look.
Easy enough. See what's what.
Oh, the lime juice.
And the lime juice. Oh, of course.
3/4 of an ounce fresh lime juice. Oh, anyway, you don't want to see what he's doing. It's pretty bad.
Removing the remaining nuts.
He's removing the remaining nuts. Hi, Johnny. Yeah, I'm just like, oh, Patrick just put orange peels under a cup of sugar for a recipe. Oh my gosh. Technique is supposed to be for fancy drinks, but he's using it for orange chicken. Yum.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds really good. Oh, Jeremy lost an eBay auction. I'm sorry. That's a bummer. Can you add the walnut liqueur recipe? Yes, I've already added it, Joan. It is there. So you will be getting that tomorrow. Yes, our patrons will get all these recipes tomorrow. And I will be sharing one featured recipe, which might be this one. We have so many to make, and I bought so many ingredients that we're going to use them because I didn't go buy those ingredients for my health.
Yeah, I'm skipping.
All right. I think I'll start another one.
Sure.
Paul's taking a while, so I'll just go ahead. Hello, Celine. Good to see you. There's also, there's also a cocktail in that book that uses walnut liqueur with rye, pale ale, and lemon juice. Well, I would love that. Yep. Okay. Paul's taking too long, so I will be choosing his drink for him. I am thinking that we will do Cherry Blossom Punch, which has no cherry in it, but it's cherry blossom. So anyway. Oh, this filthy lid is still here.
You have to clean out the whole board.
I need a mixing glass. Hold on 1 sec. All right. Cherry Blossom Punch consists of the following. 1/2 ounce fresh lime juice.
Yoink.
Okay. And 1/4 ounce grenadine. We make our own grenadine, which you can make by using equal parts simple syrup and pomegranate juice, or just equal parts sugar, actually. So like if you have 14 ounces of pomegranate juice, you could do 14 ounces of sugar. That's actually better. It's less diluted. And 1/4 ounce Hawaiian, he says Hawaiian punch. I didn't want to buy actual Hawaiian punch because I'm pretty sure that's not what he used. So I got...
You were thinking of something else.
Organic fruit punch from ShopRite. This one doesn't have added sugar. I tried it today. It's pretty good. 1/4 ounce of that. Okay. That was more like a 1/2 ounce. But...
Yeah, it's a 1/2 ounce. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Okay.
1/4 ounce of fashionable.
1/4 ounce fashionola. Oh, okay, then that's perfect.
Yeah, you did.
Because it also calls for fashionola, which we do not have because can you even buy that anymore?
It was available. It was a fruit punch flavored syrup.
Yeah, so I don't think but it says that the sub is fruit punch.
Fruit punch.
So that was actually a perfect pour. So
I meant to do that.
I meant to do that. And 1.5 ounces Puerto Rican light rum. I happen to have some right here, the Don Q.
I got them right here.
And, oh, Devin says, Paul, your shirt is so cool. That's so nice. Okay, so 1.5 ounces of this. At least it's the right color.
Yeah.
It's the same color as the one in the book, I'm happy to say.
It looks good.
And 2 dashes of Angostura bitters.
The thing about using the blenders. Oh, thank you very much. I think I was envious of hers because it's full of snowflakes.
Betty.
So that's what have I got? Oh, yeah.
Oh, Joan, you have fashionola. Where did you get it?
Hello.
I didn't even know you could still buy it.
Post a picture. Send us one.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I want to know.
Yeah.
I want to know everything.
I've heard there's a few cryptic ingredients out there that have been really, really impossible. I've heard some people say
Cocktail and Sons. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so that's good to know.
Awesome.
And the other one is something called Krypton. Anybody knows about that? Let me know. I think we're going to have to find a formula and make it. But wouldn't be the first time, folks.
Yeah. Well, I would definitely make it, but I didn't know you could still buy it.
But
but there are companies that are making all kinds of
things
legacy ingredients, like the one we used last week.
Well, for a long time, if you were looking for something called falernum, you were out of luck. But Fee Brothers started making it, and several other companies followed suit.
Yep. Okay, so you need to blend this in a blender.
Let's see. Did I give you a clean blender part?
I think you did.
Oh, it's right.
It's the top. Okay.
There you go.
So we did. Okay.
Top is
Vicious Virgin and Cherry Blossom Punch. And actually, I think I'll use a cherry in this. You took away the ice. You took away the ice.
It's true. I refilled it. Everything at once, I can tell you, folks.
Small maker from New Orleans. Okay, I love it.
Boom.
I'm so excited.
Excellent. Glad to hear.
I'm going to get on right after this and order some.
So clearly, somebody's decided to start making this stuff again.
Oh, they also have king cake syrup. Oh my gosh.
King cake syrup. That sounds kind of sweet.
Ooh, yeah. So clean. Perfect thing for a cherry blossom festival.
Hello. Big fun. Big fun.
That sounds lovely.
We're just been pretty happy with our local that's been making those great liqueurs, the cherry, the strawberry, the apple. Yep. Wow, those are good.
All right.
But somebody's doing an actual fashionola. Okay. And king cake. Well, that's pretty unique.
King cake syrup.
That's pretty unique.
I'm probably gonna go blow all my money on this website after this. Okay. I kind of need. Yeah. All right.
Gonna need that. Need that part.
All right.
All right.
Checking the timing.
Boom.
Okay.
End scene.
And when this. Oh, thanks, Betty. I got that at Target like 20 years ago. Did you bring the other?
What you need? It's actually right over there.
Oh, all right. I'll get it.
Okay. And this part.
You're using a scoop. Do you have guests, John?
It's very fine ice.
I'm afraid if I touch the ice, it will just melt
away
because it's.
That much is very true.
It's very fine.
It has that feel to it.
All right.
Okay. Boom.
And
boom, done. All right.
You know what?
The thing about using the blender is that you use it, you have to clean it.
We have these lovely cherries that we got
we
from
only have
Dano
2 blenders.
and Delane.
We have a lot of shakers. Only 1 blender. Oh, only 2 blenders. So look at that.
Garnish with cherry.
Garnish with cherry. Well, you made it. Would you like to sample this?
Sure, what the heck?
Thing of beauty.
Both my drinks. I don't know what he's having.
Double fisting. Yeah, I don't know what he's having. Very true.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like this one better, but I like that.
No, it's tasty.
You know what? I'm going to write down what we've been doing.
You do that.
Just...
I will. I have
oh my gosh! Can you hear me?
A little sticky. You know, this is.
I'm sticky, and I'm getting the computer sticky.
It's pretty wet, so right there.
Thank you.
Happen to have a wet towel right here, so.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
That's the thing about these things.
The struggle is real.
You never see a working bar that has a laptop propped on top of it, unless it's a tough book.
Yeah.
I mean, you should.
Okay, I'm not going to write all the ingredients out right now, but
I will sample this again. So this was called again.
Cherry Blossom Punch.
You know, that would be really perfect for a cherry blossom festival.
It's very
It's nice and cold. It's very springy. Yes. Very fresh flavor to it. I think that if you happen to have some cherry trees coming into it, not now, but give it a month and a half or so, you would enjoy this a lot.
I don't know if I can wait a month and a half.
I know. Well, we didn't. We made it right here. Again.
No, I mean for spring.
For spring? Oh, jeez.
Not sure I have it in me. Okay.
Again, a blender drink that's not like tall blue and way too sweet. Tastes like cotton candy. This actually just tastes
That's
like
a great name for a drink,
sour.
though. Tall blue and way too sweet.
Yeah, I think we got to come up with that. We haven't had cotton candy syrup, which Patrick sent us, and we've used that in a few
says, a married
things.
vacation family. Cocktail and Sons is a perfect crossover between my love of cocktails and the real New Orleans flavors.
There we go.
Yes.
There you go.
I'm so excited to hear about this, Joan.
Oh, super.
Celine's got a 60s blue. Oh, I bet that's really cool.
Which, you know, this one is probably aping that action there.
Sure, yeah.
For sure. There's the whole design aesthetic. But you can find so many colorful things from that period of time, usually in vinyl. And with any luck, the vinyl is still fairly plastic. You know, over time, these things tend to age. But you can still find things that are in good shape, which is nice. It's a good thing. New Orleans flavors, you know, the funny thing is, you got like two faces. Yeah, two-faced New Orleans? No, you have two faces in New Orleans. You got like that old Bourbon Street thing with those joints with like 10 freezing machines that are ready to like pour you a yard-long slushy. And we'll see you tomorrow morning in the street, you know, face down. Or you've got these places that will make you like, I'm thinking of like a really classic New Orleans cocktail, like a French 75.
Or, like the really nice bars.
Really good. It's a really like classy joint, particularly the hotel bars.
Yeah.
We see we to a few hotel bars there, or they'll like, we'll make you a Sazerac in the hotel that innovated the Sazerac. We'll make you a Vieux Carré in the hotel that innovated the Vieux Carré. And it's like, and that was in the Carousel bar. So you're in a totally cool bar. They're making a classic cocktail, really well balanced, sour, a couple of little notes of absinthe in there. Like, wow, that is like, so that's the thing. It's like classy cocktails and these slushy drinks. Well, we're trying to redeem the slushy drink here. This thing is a very slushy drink, but it is not a sloshed drink. It's just.
Hi, Cheryl. Thank you so much.
So, you know, talking frozen.
Thank you.
Most of us are still frozen. Many of us are still frozen.
The French 75. Yeah, I love me a French 75. Oh.
It's.
Hotel Monteleone, yep.
Yes, Monteleone indeed.
Yep.
Monteleone is for Carousel. Where was the Sazerac Hotel? That was more downtown. It was a more contemporary hotel. That was like a 1930s style hotel. A lot of really cool architecture in that section.
No, Monteleone is where Tales of the Cocktail was.
Yeah. One of the hotels hosting.
We were there for Tales of the Cocktail.
Very classic, like 1890s hotel. Really solid looking place. The downtown section was built up in the 30s. Looks for the old like Providence, Rhode Island. It's just all those buildings from that era. But you're in New Orleans, you know. But it's a business district. But there's still really, really cool hotels. And they're serving great drinks. You know, once we can do such things again, we'd be happy. Well, this one's pretty happy. Okay, we'll continue to do so. This one's still pretty happy. And that one is very happy, even though it's looking a little slightly less frozen. Yoink, pardon me.
That's okay. We went to we were there.
That's still a really nice thing. That has a really great sour balance to it that you'd like.
That's getting, you know what? I like it better once the ice
dilutes it a bit?
No. I was about to say, once it melts, it's less of a slushy, and I kind of like that about it. That it's less of a slushy.
Less slushy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's interesting.
Yes, it was downtown. Yeah. I sat there at a Sazerac.
I am trying to remember. Yes, it was.
Oh yeah, no, Celine, like the Bourbon Street vibe. We actually, the place where we were staying you looked out the window at Bourbon Street, and I just remember waking up one morning and the cops were just scooping this guy off the sidewalk because he was just plastered.
Done.
And that was like 7 in the morning.
7 in the morning. I would. I can never sleep at these events, so I'm always up there like 6 a.m. out there on the balcony taking a look. And there's the street cleaner. Like every day, it's coming by to like wash the streets, and you're thinking, "What's that about?" Oh, yeah. So I mean, they got to do it. That's the whole thing. There were some really classic ancient bars on that strip. Now. Some of which were not like just gin mills that were just serving drinks, and they were okay. There was a joint we went into, had no electricity. And, I think I got a sidecar there that was respectable. So, such things can happen. Many towns have a very commercialized strip and a more downtown vibe and a more classic hotel vibe. Even the vaunted New York City has like some very commercialized areas that you go, big deal, who cares? Oh, there's an Applebee's, whoopee. But then there's all these classic hotel bars. Totally worth your time. Once we can do such things.
Well, hopefully there's... The Sazerac bar at the Roosevelt. I wanted to say the Roosevelt, but I'm like, that's in Hollywood. Yeah. But yeah, there's clearly, it's in New Orleans too.
The old Absinthe House.
We're there. Yep. We were there.
Did we do the
Absinthe House? The old Absinthe House.
I think that's the joint that has no electricity.
Yeah.
So there you go. But
yep, because it was on Bourbon Street. I remember that.
I remember a Mexican place where there was excellent food and a mezcal tasting.
Oh my gosh.
That was...
Yeah, Bourbon Street is definitely not where the locals are.
They know. They know full well.
Oh, the classic hotel bars are the best.
I did say at the time, gee, I should actually, just for kicks, try a hand grenade. I never got around to it. Shucks.
Hi, Jack. Good to see you.
Had to try. I was too busy having a bouquet, So, and if you don't know what's in that, we could tell you. I got a book back there that says it's...
Thank you, Jen. And hello.
Pretty moderately complex drink that has a really great flavor profile. That's a real classic. So.
Oh yeah, silly, you are right. The drunks, it was bad.
Oh, it's sort of like the excuse to get out and be stupid, and I think so. This is we're talking December 31st, of course, is amateur night across the country. Certainly in Times Square, New York. Even if you can't get there, it's still amateur night. But it's like Bourbon Street is amateur night 364 other days of the year,
We couldn't sit together on the flight down. So Paul happened to be like in the middle seat, the dreaded middle seat. And he was sitting between two people who were clearly going to Tales of the Cocktail because they were like liquor reps. Like all these people were chatting in the waiting area to get on the flight. And so I said to him, well, make conversation, ask them about New Orleans or something. And he did ask someone, and her advice was avoid Bourbon Street.
You got to walk down it. You have to see it. It's there. You don't have to participate.
Oh my gosh. Errol went to New Orleans once for a flared gas recovery unit startup at a refinery.
Woo. Hello.
A lot to do in New Orleans.
Plenty going on down there. Well, after all, this is a major,
thank you,
major
everyone.
refining
You're so
area.
Sweet. My hair. Thank you.
So super. But yeah, there's a lot to be said about a lot of things there. But we do think about blender drinks. If you just mention it, it's sort of like people used to say tropicals or tiki drinks, and you think, that it's a sickly sweet thing, and it's got some umbrellas in it. Umbrella drinks, it's a pejorative. But these days, certainly for about the past 25 years or so, people have been looking at such things and saying, well, it doesn't have to be. It's a really
Bourbon Street is amateur night every night.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Exactly.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Certainly to hear some of the folks out there doing what they do.
Oh my God.
There's some really cool looking bars on there, and I'm sure you can go in and just order a classic, and it's New Orleans. They'll make it. They should make it well.
There were a couple of recommended places, but but most of them were not.
Yeah.
Nope. And I finally started avoiding it because they were doing a lot of construction on Bourbon Street. So I started kind of walking around.
You walk the back way. And
Paul's mustache is on point tonight, Jeremy.
So.
Oh no. I'm not going to read that out loud, John. No. Just go read the joke that John shared about.
You can read it here.
A Jimmy Buffett mug. Oh my gosh. Wow. I didn't even know they had Jimmy Buffett mugs.
Didn't we see?
Did we?
Or am I thinking of somewhere else? Did we see Margaritaville in New Orleans? I don't recall. I don't doubt there's one there. You know, it should be.
I don't remember.
It's just, it's a chain that actually is well known for margaritas, etc. You should be able to get a number of things there. I recall they had some drink that was like 3 different drinks in one kind of thing.
Oh, Cheryl says, on Bourbon Street, I learned and not started conversation with, so I'm from Boston. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Amy rescued me from the guy who was not a happy man. Jeez.
Every other person there is a tourist, so what are you going to say? It's like getting annoyed with tourists in New York City. It's like, hey, this town exists on such things. So.
Well, yeah, and I don't get it. I don't get annoyed at the tourists in New York.
They're just doing what they do, putting a few shekels into the local economy. Yeah, thanks. You got to keep these things going somehow.
Exactly.
Bingo. Oh. Now.
No, we did not get to the Aaron Rose Cafe. Oh.
Wow. Interesting. So many places we didn't get to.
I know. Well, we need to go back when it's not Tales of the Cocktail.
It was a brief trip, really. We were there for one purpose, but we did actually go off-site a bit, and we got some good recommendations. There was the joint to eat that was all burgers and steaks and tropicals.
Oh, Ports of Call.
Yeah.
Port of Call.
That was a bit off the beaten path, and it was a really cool local joint.
I asked our Uber driver if he had any recommendations, and he recommended that one, and that was great.
Very, very nautical theme with tropical drinks and burgers.
Yeah.
So what else? What else do you need? Kind of great.
We went there just because, whatever, we needed to eat somewhere. It was actually really close to where we were staying. Mm-hmm. So we went and we opened the door and walked in, and it was like all this old nautical decor. I mean, the place was old. Mm. I was so happy. Just like, can we just stay here? And super cheap, too.
Yeah, it was super cheap. So.
Yeah, that was... We got to go back. We got to go back to New Orleans when it's not Tales of the Cocktail. Okay. Nothing against Tales of the Cocktail.
No.
It was, it was a lot of fun, but it's, yes, Latitude 29 was open. So that was good. We did get there. But I would like to go when it's not packed. I mean, I want it to be packed because we love Jeff Berry, but I would like to go when it's just a nice amount of packed, and he's doing incredible business, but not so packed that it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was such a good place. Hi, Abra. Good to see you.
Hello. It's nice to see you. Well, I'm going to make something that's a little more complicated and will require both blenders, so I'm going to have to do this and then go wash them again.
What?
And that's a dagger. It needs to be 2 layers. So this is going to be different parts.
Oh, he's doing. Speaking of Bourbon Street.
I'm going to set this up, then pour the ice, and then go. And I really should get my glass ready to go as well.
Oh yeah, Port of Call, Jamie. It was. I was so thrilled when we walked in that place. I want to go back.
Okay, so we need the silver rum, the Don Q. Now you were talking earlier about how this.
Well, this is a Trader Vic's recipe. Mm-hmm. So even though it's going to look like a beach drink in Cancun, I'm hoping it will be.
Yeah, again, you were talking about how this
good.
This is a very reasonable sub for the vodka. Yeah, it is. Although if you taste it, you're like, there's something else going on.
Yeah.
It's rum, but it's clear rum. So one of those.
I stole Paul's drink.
Orange. Yeah, shucks. I'm making my own.
Oh, but you need that blender.
I do.
I better empty it out.
Shucks. Indeed. One of those.
Into the glass.
And yeah.
Oh. Dennis says, we went early on Wednesday and met up with the Baum.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which one of these is the lemon?
The lemon is in the blue.
The blue.
Yep.
Okay. That's what juice. Here we go. We have lemon and lime, which is fun. But, we're working here for you.
I was organized today.
Oh,
it doesn't always happen like that.
I was slightly organized today myself, despite, being pretty busy at work. And we need half an ounce of brandy. We are again using the Applejack, which is a brandy. So
it's a brandy.
It's a brandy.
It's not brandy.
It does have very brandy-like flavors.
It's apple brandy.
It's apple brandy.
Now, have you been saying what you're doing?
I have not.
Oh, well, maybe you should say it out loud.
Perhaps I should. To you.
For the people.
For the people.
Now, what's this called?
This is called Molokai Mike.
Molokai Mike.
Sounds like a certain bar in Florida now, doesn't it? The Molokai Room. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Big fun. So this one was an ounce of silver rum.
Okay, I'm not writing it down because
okay.
It's in the book.
It's in the book,
yeah.
2 layers. 2 fun layers. So we're going to try to make this thing look exactly like it's supposed to look. Follow the instructions. I've never done this. Live on the air. Watch me flop. Oh, boy.
What could go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? Anyway, okay. You got the shot?
No.
I'll be right back.
Wait, catching up.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry says, Trader Vic reminds me that there hasn't been a mixed drink named after a real person in many a year. I think you're probably right, Jeremy. Maybe we should remedy that and name a drink after someone. Hey, whom should we name a drink after? Paul, who should we name a drink after?
Yeah, living person, I reckon you're saying.
I think a living person. Wait, I'm reading Lisa's comment. Oh no, she did her hands over her daughter's eyes as they kept walking down the street, Bourbon Street. Oh, yeah, it's kind of like that, isn't it? That was so funny. Dano, oh, Dano says me. Okay. John says this episode has more pauses than a Pinter play. It's because Paul keeps walking away. I thought we were so organized too.
I have to get stuff. Jeez.
Why not name one for yourselves? A la Jeff Beachbum's own. Okay, so we'll do one. We'll do one for us and one for Dano. I like the Dano idea. I find it easier to name drinks after other people than myself, but we could have some fun with this.
Didn't we have a drink called the Bookham Dano?
We do somewhere.
I think we didn't. Oh no, we had McGarrett. McGarrett and McGarrett too. I think we need a Bookham Dano.
Bookham Dano. Well, we have.
That'd be kind of perfect.
I was about to say we have the McGarrett mug, but that is currently
buried away,
wrapped in bubble wrap. Oh, yeah, Abra says a similar thing to. Oh, hold on. Okay, Abra says a similar thing happened when we took the kids to Provincetown. Oh, Celine, thank you so much for asking. My birthday was really fun. It was great. We did our live video. You had an ice storm. But yeah, it was. I got no complaints. It was fun. And we're still kind of catching up for my birthday too. Honestly.
This one, oh, this had something else. Gotta rinse it.
Something for Liberty. Okay. Hitchcock appeared in his films more than Paul is in this episode. I know. I keep saying, like, you want to come back? Come back?
You want this drink to be made?
Going over?
Going to have to get the ingredients.
That's okay. I'll just keep talking. I'll keep talking. And
normally we just shake things up in shakers, and we realized very early on doing these live episodes that if you only have 2 or 3 shakers on hand, you're going to have to keep going and rinsing them. So now we have like 10 shakers down.
Clearly we need a
We can keep going a whole episode. It's not a problem. We only have 2 blend doors. What are you going to do? Have to keep washing them. So, second layer required. Now it's a gold rum. I happen to have gold rum over here somewhere.
I might not make Dano's drink in the blender. I'm just saying. I might just go ahead.
I want to speed this process up. There are a lot of blender drinks that you could make in a shaker by just shaking the hell out of it with some crushed ice, like a pina colada.
I like the Liberty idea too.
I have done that. It takes some work because of the the creamy
stuff.
Oh
my gosh, Celine, your power was out for 5 days. You owe us no apologies.
No,
God, that's horrible.
Oh, that's terrible. We feel for you.
That's terrible.
We lost power here once for I think 2
Bring
days.
in the dancing Sanchez.
It was enough of a pain. Yep, that's a quality product. And that was an ounce of the amber. We need an ounce of grenadine.
Of New Orleans. Nick gave us that. Nick Britsky.
Yes, that's
Brought
right.
us that rum.
Michigan freshwater rum. That's actually
Yes.
a very good product. I just tried it again.
So wait,
Okay.
what have you done? What have you done?
What have you done? Boom, boom, boom. Dancing Santas makes me think of Be a Santa from the show Here's Love, musical version of Miracle on 34th Street. Meredith Willson, you've heard of him. And also of that Judy Garland Christmas special from her TV show, which has the Santas like appear, dance, and take off. And she just looks like, I don't know, whatever, you know.
That's probably how
she's
she
a little
felt,
confused.
too, you know?
So this is the Molokai mic. It comes in 2 layers. I have put it together like this with no ice. I don't want it to sit there melting on me. But they're ready to go. And it goes in a specialty glass. And I think the closest I've got to what they were showing was this little beauty, which happens to say Tiki Motor Inn. Hello. So I thought that'd be kind of fun. Get rid of the excess water in here. Give it a rinse.
Now known as the Tiki Resort in Lake George, New York.
Now known as the Tiki Resort. So the first layer is the bottom layer, and it says half cup crushed ice.
We don't know how to handle ice in the temperate Northwest. Aww. That sucks.
So this takes a half cup of crushed ice, half and a half cup of crushed ice. That sounds about right.
Oh,
and
no.
the top layer takes 1 cup.
Oh, Lisa.
Angel Smooth.
He's forgotten his wedding ring. Oh, no. Oh, gosh.
That looks like about right. Okay, so.
Kind of like the time you forgot your flask. Oh.
Oh, my. Terrible thing, that.
Yes, make sure both lids are on well.
Securely.
Thank you.
Gotta do it. So we're going to go boom, and we're going to go boom. So this one is just a few seconds to get a little emulsified. Get the pulse off.
We're trying to get emulsified here.
Yeah, we are trying to get emulsified. Boom. And then you pour into your glass to form your bottom layer.
No, it needs more than that.
This one just goes for a few seconds. You're just supposed to stir it up.
I don't think it's gonna work.
I have no idea. Trying this for the first time.
I feel like it wanted to be more slushy than that.
That one specifically says do that for just a few seconds and do this one for 15 seconds. Ready to time us?
Okay.
And
go. Okay.
There we go. So that's a lot more put together. Vix says you pour the layers carefully.
It's less red than the other one.
Yeah, I know. It's not going to be as impressive an effect, but we're going to try to slip this in on top and see if it forms the layers.
All right. Oh my gosh, it did.
Good grief, look at it. It did. I'll take a straw, please.
I will get you one, but first we have to show this layered drink.
I'm going to put in a hurricane umbrella in honor of all the people who have been enduring some pretty terrible weather patterns recently. We had our share of ice and snow. It was a pain, but we did not lose power or water like some people did. So it
is a hurricane glass. This one is from Lake George, but yes, it is.
It's a hurricane glass. So here's to all of you brave souls who have been braving all of this junk.
Oh my gosh.
This is not junk. This is a Molokai mic from Trader Vic.
All right.
And it looks like a nice little thing.
Although you'll only be tasting the bottom layer at this point.
True, yeah. Might have to like move that straw around and check out the other. I've always wanted to make this, and it looked like too much work, and it is some work, but it's not bad. Obviously, to get that really red layer, you want some really red grenadine, and if you don't want to use that, some red food coloring would probably be a good idea. I'll think about that next time, huh? Yep. Well, indeed. You know,
that's really good.
I think Tiki Deeks could handle this pretty easily. It's a pretty simple drink. Just needs some more blender power, and it would look great.
Tiki Deeks can handle drinks that aren't simple. Aw, it's beautiful. Yes, no, there really is the Tiki Resort in Lake George, New York.
The Tiki,
home of Ohana Luau at the
is
lake.
Apparently the only remaining Tiki-themed hotel in the States of many from back in the day. It was built in 1960, I believe.
There are Tiki-themed, well, not Tiki, but there are tropical hotels at Disney.
True, and I'm also thinking about the, what am I thinking of?
Get rid of
Oh,
that.
waiter, could you get rid of this? Think of the Crown Plaza in San Diego, which actually was tiki
Good
themed.
idea,
Was more
Lisa.
tiki themed.
I like that idea.
Hmm.
We try to do glasses that are a different shape than everyone's doing. So
Everyone is doing a double old-fashioned, which is a great glass to have.
Janice likes your shirt.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was thinking in terms of frosty because we're still living under those conditions. If you are actually much further south and west of us, you are also living under these conditions. Good grief. Who expected that? So power to you. And by power to you, I mean, I hope they restore your power. Damn it. And water and all things like that. You got to have these things.
Well, do you have power back, Celine?
Yeah, you know, crossing fingers about that. I know some
Yeah.
people were out for several days, as you were, so. Definitely has that. I am drinking a hurricane at an actual hurricane cocktail.
Pat O'Brien's.
At Pat O'Brien's.
Another place we did not get when we were in New Orleans.
Definitely getting the different flavors when these layers happen. They start to mingle a little bit at the bottom, but that's okay.
It started to mingle.
Mingle. But yeah, Crown Plaza was very tiki when it was originally. What was the original name on that hotel?
In San Diego?
Yeah, it was something tropical.
And
And then it got bought out by Crown Plaza, who decided to kind of get out of it. Islander, maybe.
We have glasses that say.
Oh yeah, I gotta check that out.
Yeah.
Gotta check that out. It's a fun place. It still has a lot of tiki. It no longer hosts the Tiki Oasis event, which we actually presented at 4 times. Yeah, 4 times.
Yeah.
At that actual hotel, that was a lot of fun.
It was fun.
And the Overflow Hotel was even more fun, I think. But it was all pretty. Everything was very close together there.
Oh.
Ready? I'm steady.
Oh my god.
You know, it's really like.
Thank you so much, Janice.
It's really just one of those things you got to prep where you like get all your stuff together in 2 blenders, then ice, bang, bang, and go because obviously it starts melting and big fun.
Joan bought some amazing vintage glasses on eBay. I want to see. Oh yeah. Okay. Good. You got your power back.
Glad to hear.
Yes. So ready for spring. I know, right? Us too.
You know, interestingly, this is fairly light because there's only like an ounce of booze in each layer. So,
Dennis, it's interesting you would say that you're enjoying a QB cooler because when I was looking through the Don the Beachcomber book for drinks that use the blender, one of them was the QB cooler.
QB cooler.
And I know like he doesn't use. He makes QB coolers more than I do, and he doesn't use a blender. But
no.
Anyway.
There's a few ways to go about that. That Don Beach drink has one formula. The Bum has a different formula in his book. And I tend to follow his because it tends to work in it as well. It's interesting history behind that one is it's possibly the drink that the Mai Tai was based on, not the Don Beach Mai Tai. So.
Oh, I'm glad you have a generator. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
we actually don't have a generator. Talk about Hawaiian punch.
They're telling, how'd you like an ass Hawaiian punch? No thanks. I'm good.
Oh, I hope that, yeah. Let's all just hold a good thought for tiki events this year.
The Hookah on Key West.
Oh my gosh. Nice.
Big fun.
No, you didn't use I wouldn't use the. Oh, Paul, what is the electronic component picture on the RCA glasses?
It's a vacuum tube, and the last time I saw the picture, I was thinking to myself, that's a triode. It's a triode tube. It's one of your like your more basic vacuum tube types. So it's really when RCA started doing radios in like 1920, that's what it would have been inside there. So that's why it's a classic thing to put on an RCA glass. That's great.
Yeah, you know, Celine, using the blender, like we really don't use it that often.
Too often.
So I'm glad to bring them out because we have them and
the big green.
What the heck?
Big green over here, the KitschenAid, is supposed to be able to crush ice.
That was a
got
wedding
to do
present.
it very particularly. It is very powerful and really kick. But the wearing over here has a fantastic motor. This will really grind them up. It's a great machine. This was my father's, so it's got sentimental value. It's good to have 2, as you've seen.
Hi, Andrew.
I'd be running back and forth a lot more if we didn't have 2. So.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, fresh pineapple. Yep.
One of these drinks, well, it was Missionary's Downfall, called for fresh pineapple, and I thought, well, we've already made that one.
Yep.
On Yeah, so we didn't.
The fun thing to do with the fresh pineapple is to get the pineapple.
Vitamix has 2 horsepower.
Oh,
wow!
Excellent. Oh yeah, those things are really massive machines. You can grind it up. We actually have a juicer that we got years ago when I thought a juicer was a good idea. Haven't used it too much, but that has a pretty substantial motor too. I got to think about what to do with that.
Hold on. Oh, Devin.
Hello.
Okay.
I remember when the house that I really spent most of my time in my youth, my mother bought, and we moved into in 1971. That'll date me right there. And it had one of those built-in countertop units that used the blender or the mix master, all those things. Newtone. Yeah. Newtone made that. And when we sold the house, I thought, I can't really take this along. It's great. It's a great thing. We had all the parts and everything, but we would have had to take it out of the counter. So that had to go.
And in hindsight, we should have, because I'm sure they just tore it out.
And threw it away. That was trash. I know that was trash. It was old. Nobody cared. It worked fine. And the interesting thing, I remember seeing a picture of Louis Armstrong's house in Astoria. And what's in the counter? That exact same unit. So he was mixing up his pina coladas in that baby.
What
is
wrong with us?
I don't know. It was really cool. I would have installed it in the top of this baby right here. That would have been fun.
What is wrong with us?
Didn't want to leave a big gaping hole in the counter. What can I say?
But they just tore everything out anyway.
You know they were going to do it. I don't know what they did, but you know what they're going to do it. Maybe somebody had foresight, but I kind of doubt it. You know, rah, rah, rah.
Didn't someone say that they really did a number on that house?
The actual quote was, "You should see it." I'm sure there was a substantial remodel. You know, hadn't really been done in a long time. The kitchen had been redone, and there was a cool little kitchen island and everything. That was great. But the rest of it, was liable to want some work.
Pops knew what time it was. Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. There's a whole story about how Nixon held Pop's stash going through the airport. That's a fun one that John could take.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. You had one, opera? Wow.
Very cool. Very cool.
Oh.
Oh!
I wish we could send you one.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Woo! Ping. Did you get it?
Oh my gosh.
I wish I could fax you this,
I briefly thought about tearing out a wall between our kitchen and dining room to put a pass-through bar, but then we decided not to tear down any walls. Now I'm like,
load-bearing walls should probably stay.
The story of Pops and the Pops? No, I don't know that story. Paul probably does.
I think you mean Pops in the Dough. Yes.
Genesis.
My
husband uses our juicer for juicing jalapenos or ghost peppers.
Whoa!
Just as long as you're prepared for that.
Does he have a shot of 151 to pour over that after to clean it out? Wow! Because everything else is going to taste like those ghost peppers. Ow!
Yeah, exactly. Watch that well.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
There you go. Thank you, sir. That's awesome.
I love it.
Man's got to relax a little before the show.
That's right.
And if you see video of the man from various eras or film from the 30s through the late 60s, he always seems to be a very relaxed man. And he's always on tone. Beautiful, beautiful tone. So what can I tell you? Medicinal marijuana. At the time, it was not medicinal, but it was definitely marijuana.
Oh, John's asking how your peppers turned out.
Pretty damn hot. To the point, and we had a lot of them. That plant finally produced a ton of stuff.
Oh, you mean the ones that we had last summer?
Last summer, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They finally came in.
It took a while.
When we took them out of the greenhouse.
They were not happy in the greenhouse. You think, oh, you love the heat. They loved a moderate heat and a lot of humidity.
No.
So once we took them out, they started producing, and everybody came up pretty well. The jalapenos were not that productive. The ghost pepper eventually produced a ton of fruit. And then it's so blazing hot, I didn't use it. So I took several off and dried them. So I have a bunch
they're still dry.
I have a bunch of dried ghost peppers. And I made a pepper sauce. So that's actually sitting over there too.
They did finally come in. We're trying to think, like, does anyone here garden? Because if you garden, I would like to bend your ear, but we're trying to think of what to do this year. Because we had the greenhouse tent last year, which I think ultimately didn't work out. So I'm trying to think of what to do this year.
It was a good idea. It could have been modified to work better than it did, but ultimately there were materials problems with the actual unit. The vinyl was terrible. It just fell apart within one season. It just fell to hell. I'm thinking a lack of plasticine.
I got my money back, so
you were fine.
Whatever.
Absolutely, but it's like it was really bad vinyl.
Yeah.
You know, no fun. And you were thinking it could have been really great. I would have loved to have done it again the second year. I would have put better ventilation in there.
Yeah.
It would have been fine.
And I wouldn't have grown cucumbers in there.
Don't grow vinous things because they crawl over everywhere. But the cucumbers are great. We did pickles.
The cucumbers took over.
As soon as it gets to be a good size, you throw it in the brine and you get pickles. You know?
It was like some sort of prehistoric monster taking over the sun dome.
It's a vine. It crawls all over the damn place.
Oh, okay. Jamie says, Celine Gardens. Okay, great.
Raised beds. I was thinking raised beds.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because I took the old steps off the front of the house that were really in bad shape. And I thought, what am I going to do with this lumber? Maybe I'll actually build a box, which is what I did the last time that I took the old steps off. You want that, Jerry?
I'll have it later.
Okay.
Thank you.
We'll save it for you.
Oh, speaking of tearing walls, Errol knows a guy that tore out a wall with a chainsaw. He got tired of having to go back to the doorway to hear. Go to the doorway to hear his wife. He had bad hair. Oh, jeez. No, that's hilarious.
I think I have killed anything of substance inside this drink. Maybe one final swath.
Yeah, you know what, Devin? I think it was just too hot in there. And because they're eventually, like, the bees and stuff got it. Because you could, we left it open. Because it was, if you didn't leave it open, it was about 200 degrees in there. And I'm not kidding. But yeah, that's why we did make a few pickles, but not a lot. Yeah.
They came in enough.
We got some out of it, but
great cucumber plant that was making minis, and it like got rot or something. We had to tear the whole thing out. It's terrible. So we got a replacement plant that made them that were a little bigger, probably really like nice gherkin size, and that produced. It went pretty crazy. Produced fairly late in the game, and we got a bunch of cucumbers out of that. But I would like something that's in its own little cage.
Finally got tomatoes. I figured out I'm kind of the tomato whisperer because.
You managed to get them to produce.
Long story short, they weren't planted well, but then I replanted them and I sort of got them to produce.
They were happy.
So yeah.
They grew really, really tall inside there, but they weren't really kicking it out until late in the game, and some of them really just went bad. It's too bad. So, you know, you live in loin.
Yeah.
Like they say in
love
the
these
pork
ideas.
business.
Okay, good. All right, I'm going to make a Dano drink.
Yep.
I'm going to make a Dano drink.
Going to make the Dano?
Yep.
Make the Bookham Dano?
And I'm not going to make the Clamtini.
No.
Although we did make that.
The Clamtini was already innovated last summer when the clams played here. That has been done. You can look up the episode and make it yourself. It's actually very good.
I'm going to do something better.
You know, believe it or not, it looks like, oh, wow. But no, it's very good. So.
Oh, my gosh. Our list of recipes tomorrow might be more than one page because of the walnut liqueur recipe.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of stuff going on in there. That was innovated earlier this episode. Our own homegrown Nocello. Thank you for hipping us to that, John.
Yes.
Will be available shortly. It doesn't take that long to infuse, does it?
No, just sit overnight. I love walnut liqueur, so I'm super excited about this.
We actually have had the actual Nocello before. That's very good. And there are a few other brands on the market by now. That's really fun. Nutty things are actually fun in sours. You think you might put it in like a creamy drink and like a real tall sort of thing and all that. But you can do some fun things with nutty liqueurs. There's some fun stuff.
Oh my
there's also peanut liqueur and peanut whiskey, which is, you know, interesting.
Peanut whiskey?
Yeah.
Have we had that?
No, I haven't actually had that. There's one product on the market that's actually very popular.
I'm sort of curious.
And I remember seeing that in a liquor store right next to like a grape liqueur, and I thought, there you go, PB&J together in a glass.
Oh my gosh. Okay, thank you guys.
Some C9 Christmas
I
lights.
love this.
Ah.
Okay, I love these ideas. Yeah, peanut. Peanut sounds. We had peanut liqueur. That was really good. Castries.
Castries.
Yeah, that's really good.
Castries. It was really hard to find. Got a bottle, and that was actually, it was very creamy, and it was really great in dessert drinks. So it's good to know.
The peanut whiskey I've heard of, but I don't think I've had it.
Last year when we put the sun dome up, that is the greenhouse
Hi,
back
Chaz.
there, we put it up in April, and immediately we got a sleet storm. So I went out there with I literally ran electricity there and put the heater in there and said, let's keep this warm. And it did okay. We saved things.
Chaz, I love an unkillable plant.
Cactus is surviving under extreme conditions. You think you can't kill it. You could, but you probably can't. So.
Okay. Dano. All right, it has to have the sour cherry. I'm just saying.
So just some catching up on that. Peanut butter, salted caramel. We actually had a salted caramel. Oh, what was that? It was liqueur.
Oh, it was Kahlua. Oh my
salted
gosh.
caramel Kahlua.
Can you? Where's the spray?
Oh, here we go.
It's so sticky. You're gonna be sticky now too.
There we go.
Oh.
I'll take care of it. This is why I keep a bottle of this, Andy, folks. All these liqueurs, and they drip all over the place.
Wait, now it's sticky again.
I started rubbing first. What can I tell you?
Touch it with my sticky hands.
Tell you what. Fold you the other way. And give you some fresh spray.
Thank you.
There you go.
Boy.
Boom. The things you have to do,
how
folks.
peanut whiskey would pair with peanut soda.
Oh, well, I'm thinking about that peanut soda that we got that was
okay,
Jamaican.
great.
Yep.
Thank you, Jamie. Jamie shared a link.
Boom. JP's peanut butter whiskey.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
I will try all sorts of things. I thought that putting the peanut whiskey next to the grape liqueur was, kind of obvious.
Okay. I'm thinking.
This
is not something I want to undertake lightly.
Thinking, yeah. Make that happen. The Bookem Dano. I love the idea.
Oh, Joan, thank you. You're so sweet.
And among other things, Dano can play you a little Hawaii 5-0. Just saying. So that's kind of obvious. Thinking about that. Thinking about what we want to plant this year, too. Definitely more peppers. I
want to try tomatoes again, because when we finally got them, it was great.
Yeah.
It just took like 4 times longer than it should have.
My mother grew tomatoes. They were always very productive plants. You had to tend them a lot. Okay. And I think I'd want to keep them under cages. And, apparently deer love them. And I think, well, I don't love the deer eating my plants. So you have to cage them up.
I think we have a skunk living under our house.
That's possible.
I'm 80% sure there's a skunk living under our house.
Anyway, screwball. That's the one I'm thinking of. That's the stuff. Yeah. Haven't tried it.
I know. I
cannot pronounce either which way about the screwball.
We need to pick up a bottle. I'm just curious, Okay. I'm just thinking. I don't want to undertake this lightly. This is...
You take your time? Do I need to make something in the meantime while you think?
If you would like to.
We have some things that we can
make.
You
you still have some more Molokai Mike.
Oh, I do. It's true. Look at that. Well. In that case,
Mike!
I could keep going. This still has some essence.
Gosh. Jamie says we featured the peanut butter cup White Russian. Wow.
Hello.
That sounds rich.
Shot of the whiskey, half-ounce chocolate, clear half and half. Oh, dessert time.
Yeah. That sounds rich. Okay.
All I can say is the dude just upgraded.
I need to... Oh, hi, Colonel Keg. Ever tried planting tulips? Yeah, no. I think that was way beyond us.
However, we did plant irises, and they come up every year. They are lovely.
We have irises that we dug up from his mother's garden, and we have irises that our friend Diane gave us from her garden.
2 different colors.
Yeah,
my mother's are like, a blue iris, and
lovely.
the ones in front are a yellow iris. So they're very, very hardy plants.
All right, I really need to get on this. Okay, I've got it. If you wouldn't mind.
What you need?
I need you to write down what I'm doing.
Okay, glad to. Let me bust
I've already
things
given you
out of here.
I've already given you a text box. So.
Oh, well, hello.
I'm going to start with 2 ounces of dark Jamaican rum. And I'm just going to shake this one. We're not going to blend this. We don't have time for that.
The show is about slushy drinks that are not terrible. However, we can do all sorts of things because we've gotten you several things that are all full of slush.
And then I'm going to do,
if I can get it open,
a full ounce of the sour cherry. Yes, but you'll see why in a minute. Sour cherry cordial, which we need to buy more of.
We can't down about it all. Oh no, that was in the state of Connecticut. We can find it. Actually, we know where it's made. I know.
This cork fits very tightly. Okay.
It does. It really does.
I'm out of space. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was an ounce, but I'm doing an ounce because
you got something going on. What could it possibly be? Pardon me while I get back to the mulligan mic.
I'm going to do a half ounce of Angelico.
Ah. Speaking of nutty liqueurs. So you did want all of that sour in there, huh?
Oh yeah, I haven't even put the sour in.
I'm sorry, you do want all that sour in there. I know what you're going to do, which is usually the sour. But we have a lot of sour behind us, so we can do that.
Yes. I'm sticky again.
Lemon and lime.
I'm going to use lemon. And I'm going to use 3/4 of an ounce of fresh lemon juice. Now, I think I do want bitters.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Thinking.
The wheels are turning.
Orange bitters.
Orange bitters.
Let's do. Call that 3 dashes
3D.
of orange bitters.
Boom, boom. So.
All right, I need ice.
Yes. Would you like cubes or would you like the crushed? Got a lot of crushed over here.
Then crushed.
Crushed it is. We'll actually get your drink colder.
Paul's calling it Bookham Dano. I don't think it's going to be the Bookham Dano though.
I just like the name Bookham Dano.
But it's Dano.
Well,
it's Dano clam. We're not going to call it the clam. Well, I don't know. Maybe.
The Dano Clamo? I don't know. There are a lot of things we could do here.
All right.
Okay. So.
Shake crushed ice. And strain into a cocktail glass. We do have all this crushed ice now.
Made a lot of crushed ice. And cocktail glass.
Ta-da!
Right.
I expect to love this. And it makes a lot. A lot.
You got it. You got bonus bit, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
I modified the name.
All right, I like that.
I like that.
Oh my gosh! Oh, this is so good. Dano, your drink is so good.
Ah, your drink is waiting for you. I'll put it in the freezer. It'll be waiting for you until you can get here.
Paul called it Dano Booksome. I like that one better.
Oh
my gosh!
Good.
Oh wait,
that's good. Mm-hmm.
Doug's here. Doug, our ice crusher died. we need your assistance.
I think it just needs a little bit of, grease to keep it going. But if the motor's dead, it's dead. And we'll find out. That should be a pretty easy sub. It's going to be a standard part. Mm-hmm.
The castrays. We haven't had castrays in so long.
Long
what did
time.
we use it in?
I don't remember what the hell we did with it other than just get it cold and have a shot. I mean, it was designed to be a dessert shot. So I don't recall.
Celine, I'm with you. I can't abide it either.
Oh, yeah, please. Yeah, there's a lot of really junk sugar being used out there. Not fond of that. If you're going to use sugar, use sugar. You can get it from beets, you can get it from sugar cane. That's about all you need to do.
Oh, Dano. Oh, good. I'm so glad you're thrilled. It's really, really good.
Pardon me while I try a
if
little
I
bit
do
more
say so,
of
it's really good.
Dano Buxom.
It's so good.
Yeah, you'd be happy with this. It's a really nice, balanced sour in a tall glass.
Oh okay, wait. Andrew has Screwball. Hold on. Mix it with Deadhead Chocolate Worm.
With Deadhead Dark.
Oh my God. That
Can you
sounds
say peanut butter cup?
amazing.
Bang, the Deadhead is an excellent,
Okay.
excellent flavor. Hello.
Chad says, my grandparents were florists for a shop run by the mob in New York. Oh, gosh. They discourage walk-ins.
Hey.
I used to live in a total mafia neighborhood in Brooklyn. Was
that...
In hindsight, it was the best.
That was clean. It was just great. It was just great.
I was never afraid of a crime.
I lived in an adjoining neighborhood that was actually in a...
Hi, Sandra.
Less upscale area of Brooklyn. But I was also next to, I think it was the Longshoremen's Hall. And like, these guys were just kind of hanging out there all day. It was kind of like, you're not going to have any problem here. That was
Tulips,
great.
one, two. Oh, God. Colonel Cag. Catching up on YouTube. Sandra. Irises or iris? I have iris. Is it iris?
Irises?
Irises?
I think if you plant one iris, you will have irises. That's how they tend to go.
Oh. Okay, well. Hilarious. All the mobsters then moved out to here in Arizona and would play canasta at our house. I can see that.
What are they going to do?
I can see that.
That's why you go into your local thrift store, you see all this like cool stuff. You're like, oh, wow, what happened? All these guys moved out from Jersey and they decided to dump all this crap. So, whoa, great thrifting.
I used to live in the neighborhood where Moonstruck took place.
Yeah.
And then I remember there was a big shooting when I lived there. And it was like, ooh, a shooting. But it was a mafia shooting. And I was never worried. I would walk home from the subway at all hours of the night because there were all these cars there with their lights on. And like, I was just never afraid of crime there.
I think that the locals would have been very protective of you.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
The fact is they wanted to keep it a clean neighborhood. And I think, okay, you know something? So do I.
And you hear like New York's so impersonal and stuff, but eventually I got to know my neighbors. There was one lady who sat out on her stoop all day long, and she would be the one who signed for all the UPS packages. So I get to know her.
Good to know her.
Yeah.
I remember meeting I was just describing my neighbor, and my neighbor was Marie.
I love Moonstruck too.
And my neighbor was Marie, and she talked like this. I mean, literally with like a pack-a-day voice.
She talked like Glendora.
And she was great because, like, if the package showed up on your doorstep, she'd probably take it, and then she'd, like, leave you a note and say, hey, come on by.
I believe that about Canada. Yep. Yes, Olympia did have all the best lines.
Oh, she did. I had some friends who needed a place to camp out. And this is circa 1992. And they were asking me about places to camp in New York or Long Island. And I said, why don't you camp in my backyard? So I said, okay. So, because I actually had, a little enclosed area, which had a garden. So they did. And, I was a little late coming back that day. I didn't find them. But there was a note. And I go next door. And there's Marie taking care of these people. What can I say?
That's hilarious.
What can I say? They were just talking about stuff, and they're like, if you're looking for some good food, we know places. They knew the places that were where the restaurant people went to eat. This kind of craziness. It's just okay. I can believe that. It was a fun neighborhood. There
were restaurants that there was never anyone in there except one large table of, I'm sorry, mobster types. No one else ever ate in there. Mm-hmm. And I remember my friend came to town and we went into one of those restaurants and ate, and everyone's just looking at us like, who are these girls?
What are you doing here?
It was hilarious. And in hindsight, it was hilarious.
And the food was awesome, that kind of thing.
It was.
Of course it was.
Wasn't Rhode Island the bootlegger Riviera back when?
The Rhode Island was the center of the New England Mafia. And the guy...
Oh, Buddy Cianci.
The guy who headed up was not Buddy. He was the mayor of Providence. He was like the mayor of Providence for a long time. He's a real character, right? And it was a guy named Raymond Patriarca. He actually ran the mob in that area of town. So like New England mob, like it was centered in Rhode Island. And he's probably thinking about the fact that he has access to like, great oceanfront property and like, oh, why the hell not? So.
Oh my gosh, Lisa. Yep.
And now we have two. And isn't that the thing?
We so rarely find tiki mugs at thrift stores here in the East.
It's kind of tapped out. Our local really wasn't producing for a long time, and then like you go in and you found one pepper shaker from the Hawaii Kai, and you're like,
if we do find any from restaurants, they're from Hawaii Kai, which was in New York City.
That was our big local, basically. Although we did have a local.
They have found a few good ones there, but for the most part,
Used to be dozens of places, and unfortunately one of our locals has closed, and I'm not even going to go there right now because, I don't know, maybe I'll win the Powerball and I'll just like convince the owner to open back up because I'll have the financing. I need financing. I would make all these projects happen. No, Hawaii Kai would be great.
I was going to say, isn't that where Applebee's is now?
No, it's at Applebee's. If I won the Powerball, I would demolish that Applebee's. I would actually make them an offer they couldn't refuse and say,
speaking of,
we're going to reopen Hawaii Kai. Boom. It's going to cost a fortune and I'm going to lose my shirt. Who cares? Make that happen. I think these places should be allowed to continue. I like them, and if you lose money on it, what can I say? I want them to keep going, They shouldn't lose money on it, damn it.
That's right.
Done that with LP records. I was just thinking about a record I bought for like $20, and then I found it for $2.99 over at Sounds.
Oh no!
Hello.
Which record?
Now I have two of them. I'm not going to say.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, but it's I did.
You're among friends.
It was that kind of thing where like New York record stores was like, oh, I found it. It was only $20. Yeah, well,
you can barely find copies of whipped cream and other delights at thrift stores these days.
No, that's a big change of heart, and that's a terrible thing.
Oh my gosh!
The day that I can't find a whipped cream is really a terrible day.
Oh, there's a diner in Galloway. Oh,
they're cheap. Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Nevin.
Oh, my. What can I say?
Oh, man.
Anyway. So
the Dano books them is really good.
Dano does book them. Wow. Yeah, I think I'm going to be happy about this one. I don't have a thing, and I suspect I could have a thing.
Well... Oh, good night, Jamie.
Hello. Oh, yeah. Yep.
Slice and dice.
Boom, boom, boom. It's that coleslaw. It's got to be done.
That's right. That coleslaw won't make itself.
Cabbage beckons.
Good to see you.
Well, we're getting on towards the late night crowd here. And
the late night crowd.
At this point of the broadcast, sometimes we ask, like, should we like, say goodnight or keep going? And, like, invariably people say, keep going! So I'm like, all right, fine.
Someday everyone's going to say, good night.
Good night.
See you guys later.
What did I say? But probably people will say keep going. So let me think about what I could possibly do here.
Lisa, that's us too. We never buy tickets. So he's like, when I win the Powerball, I'm like, you got to buy a ticket first.
I always say about lotteries, like people are always like, I'm going to wait until it's $100 million. I'm going to wait until it's $500 million. This was like, what, a year or so ago when the thing got up to like...
I'd be happy with $1 million. I'd be fine with that.
The big Powerball there got up to like $1 billion. $1 billion. Oh. This is an insane amount of money.
Janice is saying one more.
Okay. So like it was $1 billion and like everyone's buying a ticket. We bought a ticket. We didn't win it. And I'm thinking to myself, that's great, but I'm not going to win that because the odds are fantastic. They're crazy. How about the Powerball that's like $100,000.
Andrew is asking if we've been to the Jekyll and Hyde Club. We have, actually.
We have indeed.
We have, yeah.
There is a...
There used to be two.
Headhunter mug. That's branded Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah, there used to be. Didn't there used to be 2 Jekyll and Hyde clubs
In New York?
Yeah,
I think there did.
There was like one downtown and one in Midtown.
Yes, I can actually visualize both of those.
I forget why we went.
And I think
because I think a friend was having a birthday or something and really wanted to go there, so we did.
It's a theme club. It's fun.
Yeah, it's
fun.
Yeah,
they got tiki mugs.
It was a theme club. Yeah.
It's a Headhunter mug, and you can make a Headhunter in it. And in fact,
it's a Headhunter mug, and you can make a Headhunter in it.
What goes into a Headhunter?
I don't remember at this moment. Rum.
Maybe I'll figure it out right now.
Rum.
I've got all these ingredients behind me. I just need the instruction manual.
Rum.
Booze and juice.
Oh my gosh. Yep. Jekyll and Hyde Club. It's probably been 20 years, but we were there. John says, there were 2. I don't know if it's still open. Honestly, it's been so long that I remember walking by the one in Midtown going, isn't that downtown? But there were 2. I don't think the one in Midtown is still open, but I don't know. Let's find out. Jekyll and Hyde Club. Be great if I could type. Jekyll and Hyde, New York City. Okay, so 7th Avenue. It says masks required, so I'm going to guess that one is open. All right, hold on. Is Jekyll and Hyde Club still open? The one in Times Square is closed. All right. I don't know. Honestly, the short answer is I don't know. It's been so long since we were there, but... Oh, okay. John went there. Oh, okay. Downtown is still open. Thank you, John. Yeah, there was one. I've been to 2 and I don't know why, honestly. But I did go to both of those. Now, it says here that there was another one uptown. Never went there at all, but... What are you making, Paul? Oh. He's got a Jekyll and Hyde mug, I think.
Headhunter.
Oh, he's got the mug. All right.
You do it?
But, of course, he won't be back for, like, a half hour. So, anyway, just catching up with comments.
Hi.
All right.
No, this doesn't actually have any markings on the bottom at all, but I'm looking at this thing.
Dynasty
this
Wholesale.
Just looks like Dynasty. I don't know why they didn't mark the mug. It's a custom mug. It actually has imprinted Jekyll and Hyde on it.
Hold it up.
This is their Headhunter. I don't know what they serve in a Headhunter, but I happen to have the original grog log, and Mr. Berry has a Headhunter. So we can make it. And it involves a blender. Okay, what do you know?
Oh, okay, well, good.
This apparently is the Hawaii Kai version of the Headhunter.
We have 2 Hawaii Kai cookbooks, so you could use that too.
We could indeed. So this is, 1 1/4. I think we have 1 1/4 measure right here.
I'm sure I don't know.
It was this
Headhunter.
That one to your right is 1 1/4. To your right. There. No. Yep. Boom.
Really to my right.
Very right.
Okay. So right.
As a matter of fact.
So wrong, it's right.
I'm going to actually, this apparently calls for a blender. I think I'll use it.
Oh, gee. It has to disappear for 15 minutes to clean out the blender. I will give you a preview. Okay. In the original grog log, there were different little symbols for whether a drink was light, regular, or very, very strong. This one has the very strong symbol.
This is the lime?
That's the lime, yes.
Okay. 1 1/4.
Okay. 1 1/4 ounces fresh lime juice. Dang,
Bizarre
that is a
measure.
lot of lime juice. Okay.
Yeah, well, there's a lot going on. A lot going on in there. It's a bizarre measurement. 1 1/4.
Okay.
1 1/2 is a measure.
Right.
1 is a measure. 2 is a measure. 1 1/4 papaya nectar. We happen to have papaya. I can find that. 1/2 ounce of peach. I'm actually going to use. Could you retrieve for me the peach liqueur?
Yes.
I'm going to use that. Dash of Angostura. I can do that right now. Gonna put this in.
You're doing papaya? Do we still have papaya?
We had some. We had some in fact.
I thought you tossed it.
No, that was other. Okay. Angostura.
Wait,
this
what else? What did you do?
1/2 ounce of peach.
What have you done?
I did 1 1/2 of the lime.
I already got, no, 1 1/4 lime.
1 1/4. 1 1/4 lime.
How much
And
peach
this
is that?
requires less than that. This requires 1/2 ounce. Ah.
Oh, I already wrote that down.
Yep.
Maybe you better sip it.
Half. Call for peach nectar. I'm using the liqueur. The flavor on this is very good. We'll be fine. And what else goes in there? Okay. Oh, with the honey mix. Yeah. We have that in the fridge still, right?
The honey mix. Oh, yeah. You got to use that honey mix because I didn't make
You put it together.
I didn't make that for no good reason. Oh. My coworker won $18 million. Oh my gosh, Aubrey, your coworker won $18 million in lottery.
Good grief.
Oh my gosh, wow. That's nuts.
There we go. A little bit more.
Wait, now how much honey mix was
3/4.
this? Okay, I gotta write down the honey mix recipe too. Okay, I'm glad you're blending this because that honey mix, yeah,
Pretty thick.
you can't shake that.
Nope.
The honey mix is a 1-to-1 measure of honey and butter.
Butter. It's actually Don's honey mix. I think the honey they're talking about is really more like a honey and water. But we have this stuff and I'm using it, damn it. And I'm going to cut it with the fact that I'm using 1 1/2 ounces of an amber rum. I actually brought over Cockspur 12. That's a little fancier than you might expect out of such things.
Okay. So wait, I've got the lime, the peach, the honey mix, and the amber.
Mm-hmm. We have it in the book here too, so we can certainly do that.
No, I know, but you missed.
That's the
you
wrong
missed one.
side.
You missed the papaya.
I'm getting that in a second because
Okay.
it's
No,
hard to
I
get.
didn't know what you're using for the papaya.
There we go.
I'm so cranky.
Jeez. Working here.
I'm just trying to keep you on track. I'm trying to keep this train railed.
Know what I'm doing. So
Trying to keep this train railed.
probably. Ounce of 151. You know, I do not often use this stuff, not on air even, but
Oh yes,
I brought it over.
Otto's is still around.
Brought it over. Lemon Heart,
But
151.
Otto's was-
1 ounce. So here we
Otto's was Barmacy. I remember that.
go. It was back in the day.
Yep. Tried to buy a tiki mug in Rio. What? Oh my gosh. Yes. Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Aubra's coworker, is that the one that won the $18 million? Played the same number at the bodega for years. I love that. I love that story. Dreams can't come true.
3/4 ounce gold rum. Happen to be using Privateer.
Otto's is still open. Yes.
Yeah, they're still operating in biz.
Yeah. We haven't been getting into the city a lot. But wait. Okay, wait. Hold on. Yes, okay. Andrew says that's mug he has. Okay, good. Chaz is taking a poll. When you guys go shopping, do you do a dry run and a wet run? I always find myself filling out my cart with liquids, then have to go back for food. You know, just today, I went to a, not strange, but a liquor store I don't normally go to because we need a falernum, and they carry that's a whole other story. I'm not going to share it right now, but they won't be carrying it for much longer. But we got our falernum there. But I don't normally go there. And I didn't buy that much. And I thought like, oh, I don't need that stuff today. And then I got home and I was like, I need all that stuff today. So, yeah. I need a liquor supermarket. And when we went grocery shopping on Monday, Paul came with me and we bought a ton of stuff. And I was like, oh, that's it. We got everything we need. And I got home and I was like, yeah, we didn't buy that. And we didn't buy that other thing either. And so I went back yesterday to pick up all the things we didn't buy. And then I went back today to pick up all the things we needed for tonight. So I just go to the supermarket every day, apparently. Yeah, good times. Our supermarket is fine, except on the weekends where it's horrifying. Wait, I gotta catch up. Oh, I'm so behind. I'm so behind the comments. Yes, pharmacy. Yes.
People love pharmacy. It was a fun concept because it was originally a pharmacy, and in the floor, inlaid in the tile, it still has the pharmaceutical symbol. And then, of course, the related beauty bar started out as a beauty parlor and still has the beauty helmets.
Okay, Mom's asking what's the drink tonight.
Okay. Well, this
what are you making?
This is the Headhunter.
The Headhunter.
This is one of many. But we're going to add some crushed ice there because I have a lot of crushed ice.
We're doing drinks in more or less in the blender tonight. Blenders. We have two.
Happen to.
But
this one's pretty strong, so I'm going to add a lot of crushed to the mug.
Yeah, please do.
Which would be a wise idea. Enough.
That mug has a very narrow opening.
It really does.
I recommend cupping that with your hand.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
Otherwise, disaster.
I think I'll do it over here.
We've been making a lot of tropical drinks this evening.
Interesting, good trip.
Yes, but
maybe we're trying to push spring. Hint, hint.
Oh, Jonathan, a horrifying supermarket. What they stock dairy. No, it's because people are crazy and they all go there on the weekend. So, Satellite, hello, good to see you.
Hello.
Oh, they have that mug. Yep.
So.
Oh, I know. Yeah, the supermarket. Yes, Janice. The supermarket on the weekend. I would rather be strung up. Like I'll make do before going on the weekend.
Speaking of horror and ceramics, the supermarket on the weekend.
I like going to the supermarket at about 10 a.m. on a Tuesday because there's no one there except me and everyone else there is over the age of 85.
Seriously.
And I like it that way.
Are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Ew.
The honey mix had butter in it, so I really wanted to blend the hell out of it.
Oh, Betty says, Kelly and Paul, please do a pharmacy night.
Pharmacy.
Oh, I love that idea.
I love pharmacy night. We actually were lately seen there at the Mid-Century Supper Club, which is a lot of fun.
An Excel spreadsheet, Lisa.
I think this just fits, too. All right. Maybe a bit of a remainder.
All right.
But that's the going. I would be very happy with the straw. My lovely assistant. This is purportedly the Hawaii Kai.
Wow, there's a lot of ice in there.
You want a lot of ice. This has a whole shot of 150. No, it has 1 1/4 of the 151. And it has 3/4 of an 80 proof liquor. And there's another ounce.
Janice, I'm with you. The senior citizens, I get along great with the senior citizens.
Give it a try.
Yeah, all right.
I honestly think I could use another note. It tastes a little thin.
Mm-hmm.
It has a lot of oomph, so I want to add something else.
Yeah, I'm getting what you're saying.
Yeah. I'm thinking of what liqueur we have that might kind of round that out. We could even add a little more sour. The sour content is good. We're really bouncing
really
off
good,
the
though.
stuff. Yeah.
Oh, try it again.
I mean, as this dilutes a bit, this will change character. It's like a zombie.
Try it again.
If you take a zombie, you're supposed to be in a ton of ice because it's a lot of booze. And it's supposed to dilute and then continue to have flavor for a long time. So,
Larry says we used to go pre-COVID at 7 a.m. on Saturday. Only dedicated shoppers who wasted no time were with us. I believe that because
they know.
7 o'clock on Saturday.
They know.
Hats off to you. I would love to go at 7 o'clock on Saturday. I aspire to be that awake. I really do.
I think I'll have some flavor.
You know, once you let it sit for a second, it's actually really good. So I wouldn't mess with it too much.
Half an ounce.
I think you were getting a chunk of ice when you reached into it before.
I just wanted a little more balance. It was just feeling very thin. And, you know, maybe something about blending this stuff with stuff. I don't know. Let's see what we got.
Oh, no, Jess. On my way home from the market, I'm always worried I'm going to get into a car accident and drown in my vehicle before they get me out.
I tell you.
I would say that, except we live, like, literally 60 seconds from our supermarket. Mm. Hello, Lenny K.
Okay. I like that a lot.
I used to fish and surf in Hawaii Kai. Oh! Hawaii Kai. Oh, it's really good.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I wanted like a little more, slightly more sweet and a little spice. Falernum did the job. Boom. Easy.
It's really good.
This is actually a sipper.
Now wait, how much you added? How much falernum?
Half an ounce. I don't know that I would call that critical to this drink, considering what it's supposed to have in it, but it helped our version of it. So let me see what else is in there.
I'm adding it.
It's 1 1/4 of the fresh lime, 1 1/4 of papaya nectar.
You didn't add that, though.
I did.
Wait, you did?
Yeah, I did.
How much papaya nectar?
1 1/4. And you can find that, go into the section with the international foods in your supermarket, or if you happen to have a supermarket that is very dedicated to that we do, then you can find like probably a few brands of papaya nectar. And if you were not really finding that, check the frozen aisle where they have the pulps. And you'll probably find papaya pulp. Defrost, let it sit. You might need to strain it a bit. Bang, papaya.
I got it.
You could actually, take papaya and juice it and strain it and all that. That sounds like a lot of work. I'm not going to send you down that path.
Yeah, no kidding.
But if you believe in fresh papaya, go to town, and we're not going to stop you either. This required. Let me tell you something. You've been on getting her away. Oh!
I know. I love going during the week. Seriously, supermarket during the week.
Gotta take care of these things.
Oh gosh, bars that have closed in New York. That's so sad.
Top Devil Grill, Jazz Standard. Oh, man.
Not okay.
Well, I got to tell you, a lot of the bars that have closed in New York closed so long ago. Like Favorite Haunts, Knitting Factory, changed location, changed boroughs, and now I don't think that they were ever doing anything they used to. Yeah, kind of gone. 55 Bar, I'm not sure the status on that right now. Cool little jazz joint. Hole in the wall, really. Bottom line, possibly my favorite venue in New York, and gone long time. CB's, yeah, gone. Crummy place that had a great sound system. Really, they did. Really sounded awesome.
They reopened at Newark Airport.
There's a CB's in Newark Airport.
Oh, AARP has been stalking. AARP started stalking you in your 40s.
Seriously.
You
turned probably about 43, and they're like, "Hey, are you sure it's too early for retirement?" And I start to think to myself,
I can't afford to retire. What?
I'd have to pay a fee to you every year, but that means I can get senior discount or the movie theater. Oh, maybe it's not a bad idea. I started thinking about that.
Oh, 55 Bar is still around. Okay, good.
Good to hear. Good to hear. Like, so many have actually gone by the wayside, and it's a drag. I believe the Beacon, at least the space is still kicking around. They probably haven't been hosting shows, but maybe they're well financed. Our local theater that's been there since 1930 is still around. And they do live shows and they do movies. And basically the town owns it, so there's no reason for it to go anywhere. Should be good.
Well, I'm thinking
Wait it out. Wait it out.
ABC No Rio is not only gone, but the building has been torn down. Same with Continental.
Rio was supposed to, Rio owned the building, and we're going to completely gut it and go really new. And that was the last I heard, which was a long time ago. So clearly, I need to be updated.
Oh, no.
Played a few gigs there in my time. Might be able to play them for you. Interesting.
We need to do a Dr. Benstock live video.
John, are you up for it? I think we can make this happen.
My spidey sense is tingling all over the place. We got to do this.
I'm trying to think of what else. What other music venues did I used to haunt that are just totally gone now?
Music venues?
The Marquee Club, I think, has been gone a long time. Saw some good shows there. Interesting stories there. But basically, bottom line, saw a bunch of stuff there. Really fantastic sound system and had just phenomenal talent going through there. Really incredible.
Well, I love the hotel bars. Like, any place that people over the age of 80 hang out is like, I'm down with that.
Your happy place. Yeah.
And then I found out that one of our very, very favorite places in the city, the Algonquin, took the opportunity of COVID to remodel.
You think?
Oh, God. No, I hope it's still the same. The last time they remodeled, apparently, it looked amazing after, so I'm hoping that it will still be good. Oh, sure, but where? Tonic is gone. CBGB's gallery. Oh.
Yeah.
Here, John. Here.
Just this space. We can make it happen.
Here.
This is easy. Tonic was great. We played some
that would be. Oh my gosh! Can you imagine a Dr. Benstock live happy hour?
The good doctor,
yes, please,
pays his first house visit in a good 10 years. We can make that happen. This could be fun.
Yeah, I know. The Algonquin cat. I know. Oh. Yeah. My friend was here last year, and we went to the Algonquin, and there was the cat. It was, oh God, I can't even. It's so awful.
I tell you.
Oh, Lisa.
Okay. We can make it happen, my friend. We still have all the software. We still have all the hardware. Not a big deal. Make it all happen.
We got to do it. We got to do this. I love the idea of a Benstock happy hour. We'll be socially distanced. We're super paranoid about COVID.
We hosted DJs here last Halloween.
We did, yeah. It was fun.
We had 2 DJs and a driver, and they played a great
DJ Stately
set.
Wayne Manor and DJ Hardley Quinn.
Yeah. Just really awesome. Great stuff. I remember actually suggesting things. Hey, could you play this? And she was really excited about the selection. So I guess I got a few good records kicking around.
Algonquin is apparently under construction. The Algonquin is not gone. The hotel is still there.
No,
but
I think they're well
they're remodeling.
I think they're well financed. So they're just taking advantage of this time to take stock and make things happen. And that's the thing. Algonquin should go on for as long as, like the Pierre Hotel, like the Plaza Hotel, like the Iroquois Hotel, like the King Cole Room at the Roosevelt, or no, that's at the...
No, the King Cole, not the Waldorf.
Spacing. Is it the Waldorf? Maybe it's the new Waldorf. It could be.
Oh.
The classic hotel bars are just awesome. It's great. You walk into a New York City hotel that's been there for 100 years. You say, I'd like a Manhattan cocktail. The guy's like, yeah, sure. Bang. And it's perfect. It just makes it right. You can get a terrible Manhattan at 100 places across the country.
St. Regis.
St. Regis. Good. Good to know.
I need
New York, you should get a good
shaker.
one. I have a shaker right here.
If you wouldn't mind.
You have an idea?
I'm just going to make another Dano Buxom because it was so good.
You know something? If it's good to start with, stay there.
It will be good to finish with. So, not like the Pennsylvania. Oh my gosh. Oh. Abra. Thank you. Thank you. Harpo and Dorothy Parker still need a place to eat. Exactly. Exactly. Oh. Oh, Joe. Yeah, not like that. Okay. I don't know if I should say this out loud about the...
Very true.
I feel like we need to have a super secret broadcast. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you.
Thank you.
I feel like we have to have a super secret broadcast where we can say things we can't say on the air.
On air? You know, where it lives forever.
Like about the... Oh! Kalaka boy! Enjoying a bubble milk tea this very instant. Well, that sounds wonderful.
That's a different kind of cocktail. But
I love it.
Very popular, as I recall.
That sounds wonderful. Yeah, I feel like we need a broadcast where we can spill some tea. Thank you.
You don't say.
I don't feel like I can spill tea.
Let me get rid of this business.
Thank you.
You know what you need to do.
On a regular live broadcast. I'm just thinking about the Hotel Pennsylvania and our friends who used to stay at the Hotel Pennsylvania. Such a disturbing situation, but I'm just gonna make another Dano Buxom and we'll think about how we could do this. And if you are a web person and you know a way we could set this up where it could be more than 40 minutes. I'm thinking about Zoom, where it has to be 40 minutes. I know Facebook has a Zoom-like feature. They do? Okay, Janice, I'm going to look into that because this could be hilarious. We could spill some tea on the Facebook Zoom-like feature. Catching up on everyone. Okay, I am caught up. I'm making another Dano Buxom. So 2 ounces of dark Jamaican rum. I will share this with Paul. I'm not going to drink all this myself. And 1 ounce of sour cherry cordial, which I put away. I'll wait until Paul gets back to mix that. 1/2 ounce Frangelico, which I also put away. 3/4 of an ounce lemon juice. I still have that. Okay. And 3 dashes of orange bitters. I don't want to disappear because it will give the broadcast such a vacant look. But I'll wait until Paul gets back and then I'll go get those ingredients. 3 dashes of orange bitters. So I still need the sour cherry cordial and the Frangelico. But this drink is this is gonna definitely be our featured drink tomorrow because it's really good. And Algonquin. Oh, okay. Okay, Janice, thank you. Thank you. The Algonquin, I know. I don't know what's going on. Like, I've been into the city twice since COVID. The first time I never got out of the car. Long story. But the second time, I didn't have time to do anything. So I didn't really get a chance to check into things a lot. But, yeah. I need the Algonquin. Oh, the feline master beckons. Oh, yeah, Paul went to bed. He's back. He's back. Good night, Celine. I know. I gotta finish this drink, though. Will you be coming back? I needed the falernum.
We're getting crowded with, like, used glassware.
I know.
You gotta take care of this stuff.
I need the falernum again, and I need the sour cherry again.
Falernum is here.
Frangelico. By Falernum, I meant Frangelico.
Well, in that case, the Frangelico.
You know, as long as you're here, I'll get it. I know where it is.
You know where it is? And you know where the sour cherry is, too.
I do.
Good. So there we go. I'll entertain the troops.
Okay.
Still enjoying a Headhunter. This is very cold, and this is very good. It's very cold because there's a ton of crushed ice in it, because this has like 1.25 ounces of 151. I don't do that lightly, and I'm not going anywhere else tonight.
With F.
So there.
They both started with F. Just say that.
Feline master. Ah!
All right.
What a shame, what a shame.
So let me just make sure I got this right. I'm making the Dano Buxom again.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That's
Okay, all right, I got it. Okay, so I need 1 ounce.
Of the sour cherry. A full ounce. Sounds like a lot, but it's balanced out by... Geez, we didn't get a low on that stuff.
I killed it, and it wasn't exactly 1 ounce, so it was meant to be.
Clearly it's meant to be.
And someone will be going to the liquor store tomorrow.
I tell you.
Man, that cork is tight. Okay, and then 1/2 ounce of Frangelico. Okay.
Because you already have the 2 ounces of the dark Jamaican, the 3/4 of the lemon juice, and 3 dashes of orange bitters.
Shake with ice, strain into a cocktail glass.
Would you like a chilled cocktail glass?
Why not?
Hey,
I could really use some ice too.
I think we could use a chilled cocktail glass along the lines of what Dano himself might use. This is actually getting very, very low.
You gotta be kidding. You crushed all that ice.
Yep.
No.
Now it's gone.
Right.
Here's a lot of crack ice. Hello.
Please tell me it's not going to snow tomorrow.
Love to tell you that much.
Thank you.
Of course.
Oh, the sour cherry is American Fruits, which is local to us.
Mm-hmm.
So you could definitely substitute another cherry. That would be completely fine. If you could find a sour cherry, that would be even better.
Even better. If your local is far removed from New York State, that is, you might have some trouble finding American Fruits. I don't think they have massive distribution. They get around. I mean, it's Warwick Distilling. They're doing great wine, cider, and the liqueurs and liquor. They're doing a great gin, a great bourbon, a great rye, and they just go from there. It's fantastic stuff. So the cordial, if you can't find this, try to find like an Eastern European cherry liqueur, like a Polish liqueur. There's a brand called Vishniak, which has been around for who knows how long. That has a really nice fresh flavor. That would be a good supplement.
And you know what? This would be delicious with a champagne topper, too. I'm just saying.
We were talking about French 75s earlier. Yes. Yeah, a little bit of champagne, bubbles, cava.
Oh, Janice is asking, do you save empty liquor bottles if they're pretty? We actually do.
I actually really like this size of liquor bottle. This is a 375.
He saves those just because, but...
They're really sturdy.
Do we have any over here?
And if you were to be able to make something of your own, like falernum or pimento, you could give somebody a nice gift in this size.
They might be up in the
You don't use that much, so, it would be great.
Are they up in the attic?
Which ones are you thinking of?
I was thinking of that tequila one from your mom.
Yeah, I think that's gone.
Oh, it's up in the attic.
I think it's up. I think it's just not here.
Oh, I wanted to show you. There was one his mother had from God only knows when, which was tequila. And it was a brand I don't see in the stores anymore, but the bottle was so cool.
It's a really great,
so
cool
we still
bottle.
Have it, but
I think it was a fairly ordinary tequila at the time.
Yep.
And as I recall, I think there was still a drag in it, and we tried it, and it was just like, oh, that was gone. It was pretty wrong.
It was horrible, but the bottle was great.
So there's a whole story behind that that's like another time. But I don't think that has been on the market for a very long time.
Oh, and we have the one that it's not up. That's also in the attic, but it was the figural bottle that we found in a thrift store in Worcester, Massachusetts.
Of the tequila? Or
No, I don't.
Whiskey, maybe?
I don't remember. We
what's
bought
in
it because of the bottle.
Yeah,
but...
I forget what's in it. You find some cool bottles like that, particularly in ceramic.
Yeah.
I think it was Jim Beam used to do a lot of figural stuff.
Yes.
We have a King Kawanawala out there that actually...
You did not just say that.
I did, indeed. That was a Jim Beam bottle to begin with. By the time you find them, they're long since drained, but they're still cool bottles. You can always refill them, I guess, you know. It's all sorts of fun things.
Hi, Mike.
Hello.
Don't look at me in that tone of voice.
Well, I didn't. Super fun. Super fun. You're still enjoying the
Dano Buxom.
Buxom.
This is going to be the featured recipe tomorrow because it's so good.
Because you know something?
I think it's also not copyright infringement.
I think Dano does book them every time. Yeah, baby. I'm still enjoying this Headhunter from the Hawaii, the late and lamented Hawaii Kai.
Oh my gosh.
If I could restore that building, I would. Requires some financing. You have to pay off a large corporation. Well, they won't mind. But, you know, Times Square could use more fun themed restaurants that are a little more like on target. And I know that currently it's impossible to do any of that sort of thing to any extent, but things are beginning to open up a little bit in New York as conditions improve.
Well, I found out there was a bar in Times Square that was apparently quite respectable called Drink. And when we were at Asbury Park, they had the head bartender there, and she had her Mai Tai recipe. Mm-hmm. And then I was looking into it. I was like, oh, there it is. And then, but before we could get there, I think it closed. But
that happens too.
Yeah.
At completely independent.
Tourists in New York City are not after craft cocktails, apparently.
Yeah. But there are plenty of craft cocktail bars that have thrived in the meantime. And you're talking about that.
Bring back the Times Square Howard Johnson's, yes.
Oh man! Speaking of blender drinks, we had many a fine blender drink there. It was it was middle of the road, but like, where else could you get a blender drink and clam strips? Just saying. You know, I miss that a lot. After shows, you would repair there for like really cheap libations, and then you could like hop on the train and get home.
I do miss that.
The Times Square Howard Johnson's was basically replaced by like a Starbucks. It was like, it was a big nothing. The developer who was talking about that was really proud of the fact, oh, we're going to put like a big chain restaurant in there.
I don't even think it's a restaurant. I think it's like, I don't know,
a big nothing, I think.
Super dry, or I don't know, some store I will never go into. But
yeah, something that doesn't matter. And that's the thing.
Exactly.
You've gone from something that was kind of fun to something that doesn't matter. Be careful of such things, folks. I know you don't control these things. We don't either. You know, you need better financing.
I want
to buy all these places and set them up forever and say, no more development. This is where this stays. Big fun things happen here. If we cannot save all of these places, we might be able to save the recipes and the formulas and tell you how to make them. This is from a long defunct location next to the Winter Garden Theater where all the theater people used to prepare.
No, that's Jekyll and Hyde Club.
Whoops. Yeah, but I'm making the Headhunter from Hawaii Kai.
Anyway.
Yes, this is the Headhunter from Hawaii Kai, which is long defunct.
I like that you're covering its eyes. Don't look. Don't look.
Well, I do not have a Hawaii Kai mug here, although we do have Hawaii Kai mugs. I'm just saying that I know what I made here is a Hawaii Kai drink. Long defunct location. All the theater people used to repair there after the Winter Garden. And, just have a few libations. And their drink book, we have. You can figure out what they used to do. They used to do an awful lot of things with apricot juice, as it turns out. But they're unique, and they're fun, and you can reproduce this by reading the instructions. That's the kicker.
I'm just thinking about, what am I thinking about? I was looking at Joan's comment. Post-COVID NYC might regain its personality. I really hope so.
Crossing fingers. You never know.
I hope so.
You never know. maybe the mallification can halt for a second because that's not exactly the thing. Certainly the business side is going to change dramatically because who needs to be in an office anymore? A lot of people do not. So that will change things. And we will see as time goes on. I don't know.
But theater, I mean, Broadway, Broadway will come back.
Broadway, you have to see the shows in person. That's the whole point. Otherwise, it's the movies.
Broadway will come back. I'm not even predicting. Broadway will come back. But the rest, yeah.
Oh, yeah, seriously. Well, you have the collection of all of that stuff.
I do.
You have a whole collection of things that were originally published by ShopRite. That's kind of fun.
That's true. I also do.
But that's the ephemera that we like to preserve, just like the music and just like all of these things that other people might say are junk. I think there's interesting history in there, and we like to be able to put it together.
Very early in this broadcast, you were talking about something that made me think that when we were at these flea markets and stuff, people are buying like all these vintage glasses and stuff, which is amazing. Please. And I love it. But I want the plastic stuff. Yeah. And it's just, I don't know. I think I have lowbrow tastes.
You might be thinking Tupperware, which is polyethylene.
I love me some vintage Tupperware.
You might be thinking those Tevar glasses, which are like what do they call it? Raffia-ware?
Yep, ShopRite. Yep, it is ShopRite, John.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
How Broadway is? Oh,
well,
Broadway is very touristy, John. I gotta say it, but
and probably always has been. Currently, if you look at if you look at the lineup over the past several years. I'll say the following. I've heard a lot of people rail against Times Square being Disney-fied, but Disney, before all this happened, had 3 shows playing on Broadway, employing hundreds of people.
That's the thing. I mean, they...
What can I say?
You gotta weigh, how cheesy is this versus how many people are being employed? So, the last Broadway show we saw before the shutdown was Tootsie, which was about to close.
So I can't tell you go see it because it's long gone.
Yeah, and it was.
However, it's a good score.
It was not high-minded. It was
a lot of fun.
It was fun.
It was fun. It had a really great cast.
It was not high-minded.
We had a lot of fun.
It was not. It was anti everything I studied in acting school, but it was. It was what it was, and a lot of people got paid. So. No, I love Tootsies. It's fun.
It's one of the ultimate theater movies, which is pretty interesting considering all that, because it's really about television. But it really is about that, and it is about a moment in time. About that whole Times Square thing circa early 80s.
Oh, Abra, I collect those cookbooks too.
We're with you, Abra. We can compare notes.
Oh my gosh, Janice just sold a set of vintage Tupperware containers. Oh, I love those.
I think we should have talked to you. We need more of those.
Yeah, we do. Who needs an office? Oh, yeah.
I have an office in the basement right now. I reestablished this because I just needed a place to be. And I just bought a printer, so I need a place for that to be too. So.
Bowmore! New dramas and musicals not based on previous material. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I mean, I prefer when they're not based on previous material. I'm with you.
If you're just going to recycle what the movies are doing, well,
yeah, no, I'm totally with you.
That's one thing. There could also be some very targeted revivals. How about a little bit more of Brecht and Weill going on Broadway? Look, these are some formative things. There's some great things that you could revive.
Chess says, I love the 70s ShopRite theme song, Hey Mom, What's for Dinner? When you go into ShopRite now, it's all 80s hits.
Yeah, they're playing to their audience, and that's the thing.
They really are, and I'm their audience. I went in there today, and the first thing I heard was Whisper to a Scream, and I'm like, I can live with this.
They're really playing it. As a child going into the supermarket, I heard a lot of Percy Faith and Ray Conniff.
Yeah, not anymore.
And James Last. And those days are long gone.
Long gone.
I don't really pine for those because I have access to all that. I can play that at will, and there's a lot of fun stuff. I can play that good stuff anytime. And the fact is, the audience has changed. Those people have moved on, and we are the current supermarket audience, and they're playing a lot of Echo and the Bunnymen.
You just made me think of what was the John
which is fine.
The John Waters movie with Patty Hearst. Why am I spacing that?
Serial Mom.
Serial Mom.
Yep.
When she's like, times have changed because she was wearing white shoes after Labor Day.
Yep. Yep.
Times have changed. Oh my gosh. Oh, John.
Oh, I remember your aunt and uncle, as a matter of fact. They had good taste. They had really, really good taste. And we're interested to take you to
Cherry Jones and the Heiress. Yeah, we saw Cherry Jones and the Heiress.
Yeah, well, that was awesome.
That was amazing.
Oh, wow. Donald Moffat, I think, was in that. He stopped in the store one day for like five minutes. He was just in it for a second. I was like, hey, I was in it. And he was gone.
Wait.
I didn't want to be recognized, I think. It's like some of these people, I don't know. But like...
Yeah, no, Broadway will be back. I'm just saying.
Broadway goes on. It may not look like it used to, but like it could continue to reinvent. There's all sorts of great ideas.
Broadway will be back.
The music lives on. Forever.
Hollywood is already coming back.
Yeah, it should.
Yeah.
Hollywood has already changed a lot, even before then, and should. It should. More independent production. It is very possible these days. Hey, we're a small show. We're talking to you. We're talking to you right now. So clearly, you can be just a very minor concern and make it happen to you in real time.
Making it happen.
We are producers as well.
That's right.
We've just served like 5, 6 great drinks. I don't know. I don't remember.
I lost count.
It's hard to say. I'll look at the lineup later. There's all sorts of fantastic things. You've made the Bookham Dano... No, the Dano Booksome.
Dano Booksome. Twice.
Fantastic stuff. I'm enjoying
it. It is really good. Dano, it is really
classic.
Good. Yeah. I wouldn't mind. Thank you.
Yeah, you will enjoy this. I'm enjoying a Hawaii Kai classic still.
It is good.
We had some Don Beach classics earlier. These have primarily been blender drinks. We've been trying to make things just in the spirit of all of this ice falling from the skies to make some sense of it.
And of course, we said oh, yeah, we'll do a frozen hell happy hour because it's so... Yesterday it was snowing. Today it was 52 degrees. And the snow's melting. Yeah. And I don't want to say oh, well, it will snow tomorrow because I don't want it to snow tomorrow.
All I have to say to snow melting is, hey, Okole Maluna.
Cheers to snow melting.
Bottoms up.
I have places to be. I don't want it to snow.
Luis is still editing. Oh!
Maurice, please drop the link to your channel.
I would send you this. This is really good.
Everyone needs to see your channel, so please drop the link.
I would send you this.
Yeah, I would too.
I can't do that, so drop your channel so people know where to reach you. Because you're right there up on the internet. Okay.
We did shoot Friday's vintage recipe today, which will be, spoiler alert, I can't do the drum roll. Can you do the drum roll? Salmon mousse. Think of the Grim Reaper there saying it was the salmon mousse. So we're doing salmon mousse for Friday.
Oh my.
Oh, chocolate. Wait, hold on. Chocolate sauce. Oh my gosh, yes, Doug, the chocolate sauce. That looked incredible. Laurice's chocolate sauce, yes.
Really, really good. Really, really good. And we're currently out of chocolate sauce.
Janice says, I often think I want to see your Bar the Dapper broadcast. Yeah.
Well.
A little sticky. A little sticky, not going to lie.
I bust all this stuff out of here so it's not full of glassware. It might be slightly sticky, but by the morning I get out there and boom, all done. I don't
need
like
to empty the dishwasher so that we can refill the dishwasher with all of this.
I don't like to work on a sticky bar. That just means I will never make a Lower East Side New York bartender because that's what they have to work with. But like, no, clean it off every time.
Oh God, so good.
Okay.
Oh, the vintage loaf. Oh, the vintage loaf was actually really good. It was good. It was a lot of sandwiches happening at one time, but they didn't cancel each other out, if you will. They were good. Yeah, Clark Griswold's family can do the drum roll. Exactly. That's the drum roll. It was fantastic, and it was a lot of work. So
I saw her do it. It was 3 times the amount of work that you thought it was.
Yep.
Oh boy. I helped in a very minor way for you to film that.
It was, it was.
We've been enjoying it ever since.
It was a lot of freaking work.
It is a lot of party food, so I gotta say, I wish I could spoon this off on you because you'd enjoy it.
Chaz is asking, so when you guys are done working on the show, do you sit back and relax with a cocktail? Yes, we will be collapsing on the couch with a cocktail and TV right after this.
Boom. Because I might finish this. Who knows? You know?
Yeah, I think so.
Well.
Wait, why is it coming in that? Wait, what?
Strange.
Hold on. Anyway. It was really good, and it was a lot of work. But I think if you're in the right situation, I would just say don't waste this on people who are not worthy of the party sandwich loaf.
If they don't care about such things, they'll hate it.
I would say they won't hate it. It's really good, but don't waste your effort on people who don't care. If they are into it,
if they're interested, they'll find it a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And ultimately, it's a lot of like, seafood and pork products prepared inside of a loaf.
Chicken and bacon and shrimp and pineapple and pecans.
3 different stuffings inside of a word. You're getting this sort of impression that it's a type of turducken. Well, yeah, like in bread, like a sandwich, 3 different layers.
It's in bread.
And then frosted with cream cheese. So yeah, you get that idea.
Okay, good. Oh.
Got it.
Perfect. Perfection. Yay.
Thank you, folks.
All right.
I know that sometimes these things don't fill in the blank bleep work. But you made it happen because, hey, you have everything to promote. I'm glad because there's some really cool things happening on Larissa's these days.
Yay.
Yeah. Got it.
Is it time
to
relax with a cocktail?
It might be about that time. No. Can we relax? I don't know. Do we have to keep working for another 5 hours?
I'm going to look into the Facebook Zoom thing because I love that idea.
We can make such things happen. Well, we're here every week on Wednesday at about this time.
On Wednesday. I love the way you said that. It's like what's his face in I, Tonya. No, I did.
But he didn't. But we did. We knocked it out of the park. We had some great drinks here. I'm still drinking a Hawaii Kai.
Paul just called it. It's like, we knocked it out of the park.
A Hawaii Kai Classic in a Jekyll and Hyde mug by request. Well, it wasn't really requested, but I ran with the idea. We had the mug. We made the drink. Bang. It's really good. You'd enjoy.
John called it. He said it's time.
Of course. We like to present some interesting ideas to you every week at around this time.
Thank you.
We take suggestions. We will research into the books. We'll find things. We've had people request, what was that drink that my uncle had in that joint in New Jersey in 1965?
Since I was with him, I will tell you right away.
But we can research that. Sometimes we can turn that up. So...
So we got to make the rest of the walnut liqueur tomorrow.
You will finish that. You will post that. You will see it here.
Yes.
If you are patrons, you will see all of these recipes tomorrow. If you are not, you will see one of them. If you would like to patronize us, how does one do that?
Patreon.com. Wait, hold on.
Please.
Here's me doing this.
Yeah. I make one plug a show. I'm not going to hammer you with these things, but here we go. Patreon. There you go. If you'd like to support what we do.
I did that with a couple of drinks in me.
Yep. That will tell you how to go and be able to contribute to what we do on a monthly basis.
Oh, look, it worked.
And boom.
Go me.
If you can't do that, I understand. These things happen. In future, there will be other ways to support us, but not now because we're not big enough.
But not now.
Just saying.
They'll be better.
That's just life. But as always, we'll see you in a few days.
Thank you first of all, thank you for joining us this evening. We love you.
For a number of fun drinks. We did blender drinks for the first time in a long time.
It's so much more fun when you're here.
Well, when you're not here, we're just mixing for ourselves.
Exactly. It's much more fun when you're here.
But we're able to actually think about it and go outside of the box and find some things we don't normally do and say, oh, there's this thing. And we had a lot of fun. Here's an original drink that she's enjoying a lot. It's really good. It's really good.
She's enjoying a lot.
I'm enjoying this a lot. This is a Hawaii Kai original in a Jacqueline Hyde mug.
Yes.
Big fun. Headhunter. And I think we redeemed the blender drink. There's a lot of things out there that are made in blenders or slushy machines that are like,
No, they were good.
But we made some things for you that are interesting. If you patronize us, you can see all of that stuff. And as always, if you have any ideas, send them our way.
Yes.
Any
definitely.
questions?
Please. We love it.
PM. We'll figure it out. We can dig into these things and find out stuff. And we'll see you on Friday for a regular episode. On the weekend for Glennie. She's got an original series up on IGTV, is it?
And YouTube.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
YouTube.
Yep.
Well, definitely. And anytime, anywhere, anyplace, we will see you soon.
Good night.